and stuff.
Oh.
But it worked out well because it got in between all the cupped pepperonis and kind of like made an extra layer of pepperoni. It was good.
Like a pepperoni hot dog.
Yeah.
Get up.
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry.
Did you get the pepperonis?
Pepperoni.
No. I went to the store because I was going to make pizza tonight. And I had to keep reminding myself, remember to grab the pepperoni, remember to grab the pepperoni. That is what you specifically came here to get. $42 later, still no fucking pepperoni.
The worst.
And now I'm just debating, do I just want to have it delivered to me and pay $15 for pepperoni, or do I just want to wait
as well
for
just
it?
pay for a pizza.
Yeah, I know. So, I don't know. If I suddenly disappear, I'm out trying to
You
get
got any
some
sausage or anything? That
pepperoni.
you'd make a sausage pizza instead of pepperoni?
No. I used my sausage last week to make spaghetti. Which also was something that I was like, maybe I should get.
I have the opposite problem. When I go to the stores, I buy stuff that I already have at home. So now I've got like 3 layers deep of things I don't need.
I have 5 things of red pepper flakes. I have the Kirkland brand, which is a gallon tub of red pepper flakes. I have the regular pepper flakes from the Dollar Tree.
Not enough red pepper flakes.
And then I have red pepper flakes in the spice thing, which my mother got me to hold all my spices. And then I have the red pepper flakes to fill up the spice thing. I have, like you said, not enough red pepper flakes, but it'll help me.
It's really good to keep moles out of your garden, though.
Really?
Oh yeah, they hate the smell.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you're doing garden and you got like squirrels, groundhogs, moles, and that stuff, go around the perimeter with pepper flakes, and they won't come in.
So you're saying if there's a mole, I should just spray myself with red pepper flakes, and I'll get the mole.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I knew it.
Yeah, so once you've planted your groundhogs and your squirrels, just pepper flake around them, and the moles will leave them alone.
It is known.
Okay, I have a question. Does this work on cats?
I'm pretty sure it would. They're hypersensitive to spicy things.
No.
I'm just gonna walk around the perimeter of your house real quick, Ryan.
Keep the ghost cat out.
Oh no, I could lock them in here with us.
That's worse.
I was one time just doing homework, minding my own business. A cat came in. It wasn't my cat, just kind of laid there like it owned the place. I love cats.
Well, it was a cat. It clearly did own the place.
Yeah. Silly me.
Like, what the fuck? Who just lets themselves into your house? It's like the rudest vampire in the world.
You know, you could call vampires a lot of things. Being impolite is not one of them. I can stand by be calling a blood-sucking heathen or monster, but I draw the line at being impolite. I'm going to make that into a meme.
It's like
Hold
I'm
on.
saying Chad is not impolite.
Ah! Lucas.
Yeah?
I
Yeah, what's up?
love Chad. I love Chad. I fucking love Chad. I don't like hearing him. I also, I don't like hearing him. I don't like his voice.
He's so
Oh,
polite.
he's okay. Yeah.
Just okay.
Yep. Again, Lucas, nothing. It's just
I
now
don't
that
think
I've.
it's all. I'm just gonna keep doing it because I know it gets to you.
I know. After like in the Tower of Ball, it was funny. It was really funny because again, haha, one shot off character. When will my actions ever bite my ass? In the form of consequences. And then suddenly it was, oh yeah, by the way, hey, remember D&D where actions have consequences? Here's the consequence. Now, whenever you hear that voice, you'll remember Chad and just how fucking creepy he is.
You
That's
hear
my
him everywhere.
consequence. Yep. Okay.
And that's how you make a lasting villain, folks.
Could have done without it.
Yeah.
I should have just let Ascari kill him, but no, I was like, why not? Why not?
There are so many things you guys should have just let Ascari kill.
Well, we did let you kill Cerebos, and look where we are.
You know what? Touche.
That I think she would have
That
come
would have
back.
solved a whole
regardless.
lot of
Fire
problems if you didn't
too.
kill her.
Really? Would it have
That we let
though?
you kill her.
It would have. She wouldn't have gone looking for revenge.
Why would she need
That's
revenge?
true. Because we wouldn't have killed her. Then she wouldn't have
Yeah.
had to turn to Yolva for power or whatever.
Was it Yolva or Veratu?
Yes.
No, that was Blanche.
Okay.
Blanche was Ferratu for sure.
God, I was so fucking high when you asked me, hey, what deity does Flange worship? And I just kept remembering SpongeBob.
The fourth horseman of the apocalypse.
Yeah, SpongeBob.
That one.
Are we all here? Jeremy's here. Hi, Jeremy.
He BRB'd in the main.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm back now.
Oh, he's back.
hi, Chair Bear.
Chair Bear.
What's your carrying power?
His stare.
Ah, da da da.
The Jer Bear
Oh
stare.
no, the Jared Bear stare.
I remember where I was at when I had the Jer Bear stare. I was never the same again.
It's very sultry. It's a very sultry stare.
It's a sultry.
The Chair Bear stare is when he's outside and he's had a little bit too much weed and he looks in on his D&D group and he's like, "What the fuck are you all doing?"
I've seen
And
that
then-
stare. Only it's always
Yeah.
when we're playing Magic.
And I blink one eye at a time.
In slow motion.
While they're looking in different directions.
Well, you gotta keep an eye on the door at all times.
Does that mean that you also get the Jared Bear stare right after you've counterspelled his final
Oh,
attack in your
Get
magic
that
game?
email. Fuck. Did I read that email? God damn it. Why couldn't I read emails?
You get a very
good.
good look.
Pepperoni email.
Yeah, we emailed you to make sure you remember the pepperoni.
Pepperoni mail.
What are we talking about, bronies?
Your pepperoni email.
That we
Yeah.
emailed you to make sure you remembered it.
Yeah, your P mail.
Can we never refer to email as email again, please?
No. It's your paparazzi mail.
It's your
Oh.
personal email. It's your P-mail.
It's your pistachio mail.
Oh, Penichila?
Your peninsula mail.
Pepsi Cola.
Peppercorn.
Well, all right. If everyone's here, I think we can just dive right in.
But we're waiting
Fuck
for
yeah!
pizza. Couldn't think. Last night, I'm trying
We're also
to
waiting for pizza mail.
look it up. Yeah.
Well, send them an email about it.
Mm. Well, I signed up for About through email, and I don't know if they got it, so I'm very sorry, guys.
But
Oh,
will
dear.
that help?
I got it. I got into the Bout. I'm coming up in Phoenix on October 12th, yet again.
Yay!
It's the week of Derby, because sorry, guys. I'm taking everyone's air. I'm a stupid little uptown
Uptown girl.
uptowner for Derby, or slut for short.
So up and towner are separate words.
Yes. Look, history is important. English is important, but history is importanter. So, there we go. There's your explanation. Anyway, where are we bopping off to, boys?
The future of our children is in such good hands.
Yes.
All right, so the campaign opens with the camera panning in on a surreal landscape, this labyrinth of impossible architecture. Towering structures defying the laws of physics twist and turn, casting intricate shadows that seem to dance and distort. The air is thick with dust, and the faint scent of decay hangs heavy in the air. A group of adventurers, their faces etched with awe and curiosity, navigate through the ruins. Their guide, a weathered woman with a stern expression, leads the way. Her lantern illuminates the intricate tessellations that adorn the walls, creating a mesmerizing interplay of light and shadow that seems to dance anytime the lantern's light lingers. As they emerge from a narrow alleyway, a breathtaking sight unfolds before them. A vast circular plaza, once bustling with life, is now a barren wasteland. The ground is covered in intricate mosaics, swirling with M.C. Escher-esque patterns, creating a mind-bending illusion of depth and perspective. In the center of the plaza, a colossal statue from a bygone era stands broken and defaced. With awe and sorrow, the adventurers gaze on at the ruins, but do not lose step behind their guide as she dips into a hideaway hole. Before long, a crackling campfire has everyone huddled around as the flames dance and flicker. The guide clears her throat, plucking everyone from their isolated thoughts, impressed upon them by the sheer beauty and complexity of their surroundings. It didn't take long for the Empire of Averston to fall from grace. Once a beacon of hope and magic, the once peaceful inhabitants were driven mad, their minds twisted by the malevolent forces that consumed the city. I was one of the few survivors to witness the terror that was wrought upon it. I remember it like it was yesterday, an ordinary day full of ordinary people living their ordinary lives. It never occurred to any of those people that the moon was about to fall out of the sky. The celestial beacon that had watched over us for countless generations was fractured. That was when the massive chunk was torn away, leaving the gaping wound across its surface. A palpable sense of dread gripped tight to the whole of the Imperial City as debris hurled down from the heavens, plunging the once tranquil streets into a panic and chaos. Citizens huddled tightly together, their faces etched with fear as they watched the sky turn dark with falling rocks. The cries of his people brought Empire himself to the top of the city's walls. His gaze fixed upward on the fallen heavens, his face was grave, but his eyes held a steely determination. As a radiating luminescence began to spread from his core outward, it was a scene of apocalyptic beauty and terror, a testament to the destructive powers of magic and the fragility of the cosmos. The ground began to shake as the air filled with the acrid smell of burning rock and the deafening roar of falling debris. The sky was ablaze with the remnants of the moon hurtling towards the surface. Amidst the sweeping chaos, a remarkable sense of unity prevailed. Long accustomed to Empire's wise and benevolent rule, the people of Averston looked to their glowing leader with unwavering faith. Their belief in his divine connection to the cosmos bolstered their courage. As their desperation began to grow, so too did the light shining from Empire, until all of Averston was awash in a celestial light. Empire's guard had formed a protective barrier around the palace, their shields shimmering with arcane energy. The city's mages, their powers surging, conjured words and shields to deflect any incoming rocks from striking Empire. The people, inspired by their emperor's courage and their own unwavering faith, joined in their defense, their hearts filled with a determination that matched the intensity of the storm caught around them. The light grew brighter still until everything was awash in the light. The imperial city was battered and bruised, but it had weathered the storm. The guide continues, her voice filling with a mix of pride and sorrow. The moon now hangs in the sky, a shattered reminder of the cataclysmic event that nearly destroyed us. She pauses, taking a deep breath before narrowing her eyes, her expression filling with a mix of anger and determination. But even as we mourn the loss of our moon, a new threat was emerging from the shadows. Our trials were far from over. A dark force driven by greed and ambition sought to exploit the chaos and seize control of everything. And the true battle for the survival of our world had only just begun. As the camera begins to fade into a bright wash of a light, as a few days after the impact of the meteor onto the city of Averston, high above the city's streets, within the Grand Palace's ornate throne room, where sunlight streams through a stained glass window, casting intricate patterns across the polished marble floor, here, the figure adorned by so many sits atop his marble throne. Empire is a figure of unparalleled authority, incomparable power, and an almost divine presence. His body radiates a soft, ethereal glow. His eyes would hold the wisdom of the cosmos, capable of piercing through illusions and falsehoods. His physical strength would be superhuman, capable of effortlessly shattering mountains. His magical abilities limitless, able to manipulate the elements, heal the wounded, and protect his people. Empire would command the respect and reverence of all who knew him. His word would be made law, and his decrees would be carried out without hesitation. He'd be seen as a living embodiment of the divine, a direct link to the gods themselves. He sits there atop his throne of polished marble. And no more than a dozen paces from his side at all times is a drastically less memorable man, the voice of the Empire, a channeler responsible for interpreting the will bestowed directly from Empire himself, as it's the voice duty to make Empire's will known, as rumor has it that should Empire speak with his own voice, the godlike volume would deafen any within earshot. So before these two revered individuals stands a motley crew of heroes, each with their own unique quirks and abilities, summoned here at the behest of their emperor. Amidst this group of adventurers, their faces etched with anticipation and a hint of trepidation, who's the first figure stepping forward in front of Empire himself? Once inside of this grand throne room.
Steps forward.
I'm ready. Pick me. Throw me in, coach.
I volunteer as tribute.
Too bad, Helm. I'm already here.
Lucas.
Oh, shit. The dwarf is so fast.
Would you mind describing for us what we see?
Yeah, you see this 7.5 foot tall, fully armored and plate mail that is smoldering, much like the ruins of the city, the parts of the city that was hit by the meteorite. And he carries with him on his back a banner that is that of the Empire and our Empire. And he gets up forward into the center of the stage and gets down on one knee. I'm here to serve.
The voice gestures towards you, indicating for you to stand yourself back up. Welcome, Helm. As I'm sure you're aware of the great peril that has befallen our empire, a celestial body, a meteor of incredible power, has landed near the town of Willow Creek, near our borders to the west. You there? He gestures towards Blitty. I believe you are somewhere abouts from the region.
Entirely possible.
Evie, would you mind describing for us what Blitty looks like?
Well, Blitty is an elf. She's a little bit, she seems like she spends a lot of time outdoors. She wears a lot of, greens and earthy colors, and she has kind of like short hair, and her elfy ears kind of poke out through the sides, and short dark hair, and she's kind of like swaffy, like she gives off, just like very scarfy and like lots of flowy clothes. And she's very sort of prim, very proper. She stands very straight, and she has her hands kind of folded in front of her, and she's like ready to answer, but like not super interested in volunteering very much.
You are a well-known gemologist, if we are not mistaken, and we would very much like for you to organize this party to recover this artifact. There are reports coming back as to regard of some of its strange properties. Perhaps it's much more the mystery enshrouding it than the artifact itself, but there is a growing fear beginning that dark forces could seek to harness such power for their own nefarious ends. Empire has chosen each of you specifically to undertake this perilous quest for yourselves. Luckily for each of you, if you simply but recover the fallen star and ensure its safe return to the Empire, upon your successful return, any remaining kynum across your accounts will be wiped clean from your abakai, and each of you will be released from any debtors of your kynum.
All of it?
As the camera spins around, who do we see?
Ulara, with her, like, both hands, like, clasped over her mouth with, like, a look of shock on her face. Like, she's super embarrassed that she just burst out. She's a very pretty female high elf with gold and white platinum like hair. She is very like everything is pristinely pressed and washed, and her plate armor like shines with like this like it's like white and silver and gold, and she is dressed in the religious regalia of the emperor.
Yes, Sister Kirdith. Kirdeth?
Sure. Kirdeth.
Yes, Sister Kirdith. You are to escort the notary, Mirabelle Goldfinch, along beside you for observation, and it shall be her responsibility to document any further kindness or valorous acts along your way to be reflected upon your abakai should you fail in this endeavor.
Apologies. Quick question. Fail in our endeavor? What exactly? We're simply going to recover a meteorite, is that correct?
Correct. And should you choose to abscond with all of your kindness debts instead, that debt will remain on file with the Empire, should you choose to return at some point in the future.
Suppose that's only fair.
Oh, I forgot to say, Helm on his left pauldron, he's got a picture of his abacus. That's where his is.
Mhm. The rest of you, if you wouldn't mind taking 2 paces forward, please.
I clicked so far away.
My push to talk is making me jump off the map as well.
Is that what it is? I don't know what I did. But
My
I went really
F8,
far
whenever
away.
I click it, like click push to talk, and I try to move my token, it jumps to like wherever it feels like it.
Okay, maybe that's what it was, because I was trying to click the button at the same time, and then I was like, oh god, I'm far away. Okay, cool. It's not just me.
The doors on the right-hand side of this throne room burst open, and inside, quickly rushing in with a large, almost comically large stack of papers, carefully balanced across her arm spread, is
oh my god, I love her.
the notary known as Mirabelle Goldfinch. As the drow stumbles into the room, her abacus is all a-clatter as the sort of beaded scarf that she wears around her shoulders is just all a-clatter with the dozens upon dozens of beads as she sort of just prances into this room proudly, but slightly embarrassed at her tardiness. Apologies for the delay, Empire. There were a few last-minute additions to some of your selections, and it seems some of their records were a bit harder to rouse up than others, but we have managed to accomplish this endeavor nonetheless. Apologies, friends. You can call me Mirabelle, and I have the considerable honor of accompanying you on behalf of Empire. As she steps forward, right in front of Grenier. And what is your name?
No, of course not.
Okay. So. Yeah, I'm probably in the stack under the G's or the S's. You can call me Grenier. Last name Starcold.
Cold. And Amanda, what does the camera see as it pans over you?
So you see this small individual sitting roughly. Oh God, I forgot to look how tall gnomes are. But you know, a little bitty
Not very,
gnome,
very.
like 3 feet.
That's good.
Is that accurate? A 3
Yes,
foot
ma'am.
3 inch little gnome sitting there. She has hazel eyes with a super intense stare. Disheveled, curly brown hair haphazardly pulled back into an updo of sorts. She has several belts holding onto bags of different shapes and sizes. She also has fingerless gloves with ink-stained fingers poking through. Loose-fitting clothes with leather brown boots, which have several straps either holding them together or merely for style. It's hard to tell for sure. And she is quite an image standing next to this golden, shining metal armor over there. when you walked up, she would have given an eyebrow raise of discontent. But you can tell being in here, she's definitely nervous. She's kind of fidgety. She's messing with a lock of her hair. She's twisting it, and then trying to tuck it back to where it belongs in its updo.
You see her ruffling through the stack of her papers until what looks to be a file with your name ends up on top. Just, yes, here it is. Grenier Stockhold. I had the names flip-flopped. My apologies. Yes, that should be the last one. Yes, so has the Empire already been over the details with all of you? He has mentioned that the Guardians of Steel Guard, and Helm and the like. She's kind of looking between you and the voice of the Empire and back and forth. Not sure if she's giving details that have already been gone over or if she's overstepping. As she looks over towards...
more information the merrier. As though I'm just gonna kind of shrug and kind of shift from foot to foot uncomfortably.
I'll just give a thumbs up behind me. Doing good.
She turns towards Draven Steelguard. Says, I believe, judging from your looks and your gear, you have been recruited for your protective capabilities. Is that right?
Aye, that's correct.
And Ben, what does the camera see as it looks to Draven?
As the camera pans from Mirabelle to Draben, you see a broad, stocky dwarf. Not that there's much of any other kind of dwarf. He's about 4'10", so relatively tall for a dwarf. He is clad all in chainmail, and nothing is particularly fancy about it. It looks very well used. But very, very few rust stains, just kind of in some of the crevices. And, it looks functional and well cared for. And over his shoulder, he has a massive hammer. And he has the look about him of someone who is an experienced fighter. I can protect this crew. I've had worse under my care.
I'm sure it's merely just precautionary, but just in case, it's better to be safe than sorry.
When things come falling from the sky, yes, it is best to take precautions.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I certainly feel like I'll sleep a bit more comfortably with him around. As she continues down the line, makes her and stops in front of Tidbit. Well, you're interesting. What's your name?
Oh, of course. Well, no, we're not going. Oh, don't you know? Oh, yeah, well, a lot of people call me Tidbit. They're my friends, but my real name's a bit too long for that, so just call me Tidbit. I teach plants, animals. I've been known to record the migration of squirrels, but I'm glad I'm no longer lost.
I believe you've been roped in for some of your articles or expertise about celestial bodies, I believe.
Oh, yes.
Any sense?
It does. Actually, when you really think about it, squirrels are the ones who look at the stars the most and use that to migrate. Or at least that's what my foundings found. Don't really know for that much, but I'm trying my best. It was supposed to be Minnesota.
I look forward to seeing you succeed.
Oh, thank you.
Speaking of which, I do believe you should all be quite aware that some of the reports coming back from Willow Creek are a bit questionable at best, and I believe, as she steps between Tidbit and Blitty, back towards Tolan, I believe you have been selected as some of your own experience with the Wilder Arcane?
Oh, yes, my dear. I studied Wildness Arcane for a little while. I am more interested in being more so of a remembrancer of this situation to be able to tell of the Emperor's Golden Light and how things progress.
I think we're going to have a swell journey. From my understanding, it's only a few days' travel to the west. It should be all along the Empire's roads, so we shouldn't be expecting too much trouble. We should be back here all within the matter of about a week tops, I would say. If that's not too disagreeable with anyone.
So are you gonna be coming with us?
Yes, I will be escorting all of you and keeping track of all of your kindness or virtuous acts going forward.
Fantastic.
I do look forward to spending time with each and every one of you. Getting to know each other so much better. Speaking of which, I do believe, as she steps 5 feet to the right and looks over, well, I'm afraid the paperwork is a bit muddied up as far as your areas of expertise. But from what I understand, you are being brought along just in case. Miss Stonebender, am I saying that correctly?
You'd be right on that. And Seneca, she is a gnome. Her hair is black and short and curly, and her eyes are about as black as her hair. She's that's I didn't yeah, that's about it. She's wearing robes, and her belt has many little tools and pouches and stuff around it. Yeah.
This is going to be quite marvelous, I think. It's, of course, a pleasure meeting all of you, and if you had any further questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I think we are all set. The supplies have been gathered. A backpack of everything that you should need will be supplied for you just outside of the hole.
Are we traveling by horse, by foot, or carriage?
Well, you are welcome to bring whatever traversal means you have available. I would certainly much like to ride upon a carriage if you have one of those. If that's what you're offering. I was anticipating the journey by foot, though.
And the
That
provision-
works for me.
Assuming
you
from
speak.
all of your kindness beads, I would presume that none of you would have the means of affording a quicker means of transportation?
Well,
Walking is good.
Windcrest, I could bring in Apple. He's quite good at perhaps pulling a cart, but someone would need to provide the cart, and it would be something I'd have to cast all day, and I'd love for you all to meet Chudley first. So I suppose it's a bit of a question of which you'd rather have, a Chudley or an Apple.
I'm good with walking. That's preferable.
Don't waste your resources on the horse. I think we'll proceed on foot. And that'll be fine.
That's probably a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
I did have a question, Mirabelle. In a fight, if we was perhaps waylaid by bandits or brigands,
Oh, goodness.
I just wonder at your abilities to sort of to protect yourself. Are we going to have to be sort of putting you in the middle while we all form a ring and protect you, or are you going to be able to kind of hold your own? And should all or part of the party return, are there any is there a consequence for the death of a notary? I guess I suppose is my question. Not that we're planning on it.
Well,
I just like to have all at the
certain
start.
that such. I'm certain that the story behind the demise of a notary is certain to be investigated at the very least, and I would hope that it goes to be made that it is fully understood that in the case of my demise, should you have truly had no influence or been the cause of it, I don't see why that should negatively impact you. However, I do believe that in failing the Emperor's mission, that could have a negative effect on your own beads and your abacus.
The death of a notary would be equivalent to failure.
Not exclusively, of course.
How much money
It could certainly be argued.
$77.40.
For $77.40.
I can get you a horse.
In case you guys couldn't tell, John's counting all his change today.
I suppose it depends on just how large of a fight we're talking here. If it's going to be a multi-week-long siege, then I'm afraid that the backpacks are only supplies for about a week's travel, which should be enough time for us to get there and back. Any sort of unforeseen stalling or extension of this event, I suppose, is possible, and certain funds have been allocated should such extenuating circumstances come about, but should we come across any bandits or the like, I do hope that the 8 of you are more than capable of defending my little self, but should it come down to it, I do have a cantrip or two up my sleeve that I could fling about.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm very relieved to hear that you will not be going in, unarmed, so to speak. So, thank you for clarifying. And just, let's all be safe. Let's all come back in one piece. Does that sound lovely?
That is
You
our
wish to
job.
return
Return in one piece. Be sure that you prepare yourselves for a fight. Those who are prepared for a fight are better able to survive it.
I think it's good to be prepared for a fight, but can I apologize if I missed something. It's all grand and everything in here. It's very distracting. Did I miss the part on what exactly was that we needed to accomplish to ensure that we take care of our debts?
Retrieve the meteorite and bring it back, and bring back Mirabelle safe, otherwise it's an additional black mark on our abacus.
You just really
Sorry,
weren't
I got
paying
very
attention,
distracted.
were you?
If it's any consolation, should you bring the meteor back and I pass in the instance of those events, your debt with the Empire should still be wiped clean, and it would only... I'm not sure what sort of a particulars has been worked out with the Empire as to whether or not my mark of a death would be applied before or after your debts were wiped clean, but as she looks over to Voice, who looks up at Empire, who gives a nod and then looks back to Mirabelle. Well, fortunately for you, it seems, should you return with the artifact intact, the debt will be wiped clean as Empire has ordered.
I trust you to defend us.
You hear Lara under her breath goes, "Fuck yeah."
But I assure you, I very much would like to return.
Oh, I'm just wondering over here. Are you sure? Do we have to put that in writing? Because the last thing we need is for to go back on your word. Big.
If you'd like to draw up some sort of a contract, I'd be happy to sign in accordance to what has been declared.
Okay. Tidbit is going to dig through their backpack. There's a ton of notes, book here, book there, some dirt.
Friend yours just gonna grab a piece of paper and hand it to you. Like she's ready with the paper.
Oh, thank ya.
So Ryan, I've got a question. Since this is, new setting and all. Is Empire kind of generally well regarded? I mean, I know he's kind of like a god figure. Okay, so
yeah, and a couple of days ago, he literally used his godlike powers to save the city. So everyone's particularly very pro Empire right now. He wasn't just talking the talk. A couple of days ago, he proved that he walked the walk for the city, which was kind of cool.
If any of you slander him, I'll fucking kill you.
Well, I've just been trying to figure out, in my backstory that we rolled, I have political upheaval was a big thing, growing up.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to figure out who I was politically upheavaling against.
Ooh.
So I'm just trying to figure out,
there's those jerks in the city of Misthaven across the pond,
Okay. So there's just, there's not necessarily everyone's in love with him.
No.
Okay.
There were some faux frites over in this area, right?
What?
Yep.
And if we
Political
weren't in
upheaval.
love with them, we would very much keep it to ourselves.
Wait, the faux frites are still what? Oh, never mind.
This is taking place right after the faux frites got obliterated in Misthaven.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they used to live here.
They came from here.
Well, they're not our problem anymore.
Well, if everyone's ready, I think we could head out, unless there was anywhere else you wanted to stop in the city. Any last minute?
I just had one more little question, just real quick. Are there anything that we need to be aware of? When we go to get this artifact, is there anything that could potentially be lethal about it? Do we need to make sure we're handling it with extra care? Do we know
Truth be told, celestial debris is a bit of a new field of study for us. There aren't particularly too many instances where we get such opportunities to recover a piece of the moon, but from what we understand, there's shouldn't be anything particularly harmful about the material. But also, for the sake of full honesty, it's also the reason that we are heading out to investigate in order to further root through to the source of some of these rumors going around.
Rumors?
Exactly what kind of rumors are you talking about exactly? You mentioned that they were odd. Odd could mean just about anything.
Well, as I'm sure it's some sort of a fallen star is sure to stir up all sorts of religious folk and the like. Townsfolk have been whispering about some gathering masses, figures cloaked in dark robes, obscuring their identities with hoods and the like, that are starting to gather in places and beginning to talk against Empire. A preponderous idea, of course, but nevertheless, some of these gatherings have taken focus to the celestial debris that has been scattered about the lands, and so because of this, we are trying to recover as much of it as we are able in order to further investigate this material ourselves to find out if there is any sort of truth behind these rumors, any cause for concern.
Are you suggesting that celestial debris is causing anarchy? Rebellion?
Heresy.
We have to remember that not everyone was here and present inside of the city of Averston to witness Empire's miracle. And it is an awfully miraculous story to just hear through word of mouth. It's a lot to swallow, and I can understand why some might be reluctant to believe such things.
Only those too stupid to believe the evidence of their eyes.
Precisely. Nevertheless, I don't wish to get everyone all worked up before we leave the safety of the city's walls, but I just thought that everyone should be informed, at the very least, of what we might be making our way into. It's ultimately probably nothing, just a couple of space rocks, but like I said earlier, better to be prepared.
That is very wise of you, Mirabelle, and I appreciate your knowledge and your guidance as we go to get these space rocks.
Well, does anyone have any cribbles left, or can we get on the road?
As the sun bathes the sprawling city of Averston in a golden glow, casting long shadows across the cobbled streets as the party steps out, a cacophony of sounds fills the air, the clanging of smiths' hammers and the shouts of merchants, the distant rumble of chariot wheels. Their journey has begun, and a long, winding dirt road stretches out beyond the city's walls towards the horizon, disappearing into a bit of a haze of dust. As you guys look out upon the dirt road before you, are there any last-minute things you want to pick up in the city before heading out into the wilderness, or like last-minute questions?
Am I allowed to buy health potions? Or I don't have money, really. How much money do I have? I have 18 gold. Do I have access as a cleric to health potions?
Roll me a religion check.
I have a +2 in this. First roll of the game. Oh, God. Okay. Hold on.
Come on, Nick.
It's just going to be the most important roll you make.
7.
Nope. 5.
I mean, you know where the church keeps the health potions, but you don't have any on your person currently.
You only lose Kynum if you get caught, right? I'm kidding.
Are you asking the notary?
Es un chiste. No, I don't have any other things that I need to do other than do I have anyone I really need to tell that I'm leaving? No, I don't.
Oh God, I got so many people I gotta talk to.
My parents don't live here. I don't even know if they're still alive.
I got 12 people in my family. Oh wait, I was in an orphanage. They're good.
Sure. That's short bow.
Bless you.
Long bow.
Blitty, Helm, and Tidbit are the only other people I know in this city.
Items. Search.
Aww.
Only because Tidbit, I helped you from that con man, and Helm, you know, needs help with his family, and Blitty helped me when I was in the wilderness with a unicorn.
Oh God, is it that one orc that we sent down the river in Misthaven? That's my relative.
I hope so. Is that your relative?
Probably.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
That one asshole.
Who's got the highest perception in the group?
I got a +5.
I have a +6.
+6.
Let's go.
+1.
+3.
Are we?
So after a couple of days traveling westward of pretty mundane, just kind of walking for long stretches of time most of the day, and then eventually setting up camp roadside. A couple of days into your travels, those of you who have a perception higher than +4 are the first to hear some of the disheartened cries on the wind. And along with the cries and howls of the wind, you guys find yourselves coming across what looks to be sort of like a T intersection up ahead, with the road stretching out before you to the left to the town of Willow Creek, and about 15 feet to 20 feet up the path to the right looks to be an overturned wagon. Its wooden frame lies on its side, and it looks to be slowly sinking into the soft, muddy earth, and a lone figure whose face is etched with frustration and exhaustion is struggling with his mule to right the wagon. Their efforts appear to be in vain, as their weight of the overturned vehicle seems to be gripped tightly by the muddy earth, defying their strength. The wagon's cargo, a jumbled mess of crates and sacks, looks to be spilled out onto the ground, scattered like discarded toys. The once proud vehicle, now a pitiful sight, seems to symbolize the man's own misfortune. And
Helm goes running towards the cart.
should be everybody, right?
Oh, we're in north. Okay. I was like, where are we?
It's Joey.
For the north.
Silence.
Yeah, average Joey. That guy has seen things. Lara is going to race Helm, and she's gonna be shouting at him, I'll be damned if I let you do that good deed first!
Oh, I'll always love a good contest, Laura.
While they are running
Alright, so-
towards the guy on the wagon, can I do a check to look like other directions to see if this is some sort of oh woe is me, I need help in an ambush type scenario?
Yeah, I want to help with that if you need it.
Can Tidbit also help with that?
Give me perception checks, the three of you. The two of you sprinting towards the wagon, give me athletics checks.
Yes.
Can I do a backflip?
I need to figure out how to do this.
5.
14 for helm.
Oh, guys, I am not starting off this campaign well.
You trip and fall in the mud.
19 for tidbit.
Now all those fall rolls are coming back to you. You're finally catching up on karma.
Because he's not playing a paladin.
Right. So Helm's gonna get there slightly before Lara. And
I got longer legs. I can get over the water faster.
Tidbit, Blitty, and Grignor, looking around the area for any signs of anything that might be up. The three of you spot a little bit of movement in the tree up above here. Like some of the branches seem to be moving against the wind. Like something, like the weight of something is pushing down on some of the branches.
Can I stealthily approach the tree? Like hiding behind this. How tall is this wall? Can I? Am I small enough to hide behind it?
It's a half wall, so it'll be like I don't know, an extra
She's a gnome.
5 feet of movement to hop over or something.
Well, is the tree like trunk on this side of the wall or on this side of the wall?
The tree trunk is kind of here-ish.
Okay, so I'd want to stay on this side of the wall and kind of duck behind it, kind of crouching, so I can stay hidden from whatever might potentially be in the tree. Even though it's up. I want to try and stealth, if I can do that as a rogue. Still.
Roll, as long as you're behind the wall, roll me a stealth check. Yeah, thank you.
28. So,
Hey, natural 20!
And
Put it
you're
on the
gone.
board!
So there was some movement in the branches up in that tree.
Can Tidbit ready a what is it exactly? Can Tidbit ready a cantrip in case anything dangerous were to come out of that tree?
Sure.
I would like to ready conjure flames and throw it at the leaves to scare them.
You're preparing that cantrip. Draben and Blitty, there's just like a light fog that starts to roll in across this field. Like nothing that impedes your vision or anything like that, but just a little bit of light smoke.
Does it seem natural?
Roll me a nature check.
Dirty.
Dirty 20. Seems like a wild shape.
That smoke is wild shape. I'm going to take my arrow or my bow and arrow and I'm going to fire an arrow to the right of where I saw the movement. And I'm just going to I'm going to say, come down, or we might start to get a little unfriendly.
Blitty, roll me a either persuasion or intimidation check. And what's everyone else doing?
When I did that stealth, would it be okay if I made if I moved my movement closer?
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay.
With an 11, did I suspect this fog was unnatural?
It seems like just some distant smoke might have wafted this way on the wind. Nothing seems off about it to you.
Well, I did speak too. I said, that smoke is a wild shape, so you all know.
Those nearby know.
Oh.
Some of the people took off.
Oh, sorry. That's a good point.
All right. And I guess we'll have everybody roll initiative to find out like how everybody's like, because this is effectively like the surprise round in this edition, from what I understand, works as just going through, and baddies have disadvantage on their initiative.
Okay. So that arrow that I fired, did that go through to intimidate or?
Yes.
Okay, but not to hit unintentionally.
That's for the sake of the roll, not for the sake of trying to murder something.
Cool. I was worried I would miss missing.
I was
You
too
hit
bad
him,
at
oh
missing,
no.
so I hit.
Oh, and also apparently disadvantage and advantage give you a +5 or a -5 on initiative rolls.
It can, yeah. I got a
Okay.
19 on my initiative.
Oh, there.
I was waiting for that initiative tracker. There we go. 6. Oh man, I'm
Different
doing
shaped
great.
Button now.
New edition, new Nyx rolls.
Oh, you know what I like? I can actually add my own character to the initiative order now. Yay!
That's fantastic.
All right. Just so you guys know, I have the alert feat. So if anybody wants my 19 because they want to do something first, they can. I can swap with them.
Is that what the feat is now?
Yeah. So I get proficiency bonus in initiative, and with a willing ally, I can swap my initiative with them.
Cool.
You can just hand off your good rolls. That's so nice.
So if anyone wants a 19,
If not,
All right,
I'm
so
going to go
yeah.
do hero stuff.
Seneca, Grignor, Lara, Helm, Tolan, Draven, Blitty.
I rolled a 9. It's in there.
Did you add yourself to the initiative tracker?
Oh no, I did not.
Right click on your token.
You do. Okay.
And add turn. And then make that 0.
You know, because
into-
Blitty started it off, I'm going to give Blitty the 19. I'll take your 9.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. Is everybody on the initiative tracker?
Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
think
7.
so.
Who we missing?
I'm not seeing a tidbit.
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 Oh, I don't think it auto adds you to initiative anymore,
Oh.
right? Right click
No,
your
'cause I
token,
gotta-
add to
It
turn.
does auto add
okay.
you.
She rolled it
Shit.
before
Right,
Ryan
right.
put up the turn tracker.
I thought I did. Dang it. Well, I got a 17.
Come on,
Oh,
Minna,
Lord.
Wisconsin-Walkie, Lake Effect, Snowtide, Bit Ditterson.
We were all thinking it. All right. This music not playing. Maybe that'll work. Okay. Seneca Stonebender. The initiative is yours.
Okay, so there's movement in the trees, but we don't quite see anybody. Is that correct?
Movement in the trees, and Bloody has warned that the smoke is a wild shape.
You can wild shape into smoke? What?
It's a space monster. Ah!
Hmm. Okay, she is going to... she's gonna go ahead and pop off a poison spray up into the tree. Oh wait, no, I think she's too far for that. I forgot movement. She's gonna move. Oh, that's great. She's gonna move in between Liddy and Grin. Good enough. And she's gonna pop off a poison spray up into the tree.
All right.
20?
20's gonna hit.
You know, in hopes that it'll make whoever's up there come out.
Congratulations, Summer, first blood.
Watch the squirrel.
Fresh. Come on.
And that will be it.
What languages does everybody speak?
That's an interesting question.
Like gnomish, halfling, and thieves can't.
Common, druidic, goblin, halfling.
Common, dwarvish, draconic.
Common, dwarvish, and elvish.
What you got, Nick?
Elvish, dwarvish, and gnomish.
I
That was
put it in the
Tidbit who
chat.
said she
I've got
speaks Goblin?
common, draconic,
Yes, I
elvish.
speak goblin.
Tidbit. Amongst all the whispered frenzy that you can hear as this spell just splashes into the leaves of the tree, as this cloud of poisonous gas sprays into the leaves, you hear all sorts of curses and swears and goblin going off from the tree as several figures look to like jump and fall out from the tree limbs, and they all just begin to plop down. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh god.
That's quite
Oh.
a bit.
Oh.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Oh shit.
And Zenica, it looks as though the Goliath, whose face is kind of garbed in scattered bits of like shadowy robe, cloth, leather armor, is, and the goblin nearest him are coughing off the effects of that poison spray. Because that's 2 creatures within 5 feet, right?
Uh,
Or is that acid splash?
Acid splash is 2 within 5 for a dex save.
yeah, this is just one.
Okay. Then the Goliath seems to be coughing off a significant amount of that poison damage before he chokes up this sort of black vial from his mouth, grips tightly to his axe, looks up towards you with a bit of a fury, and just starts to spit out some of this viscera from his mouth. Anything else you would like to do?
No, that's it for her.
All right. Tolan.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Sorry.
So I'd like to cast Scorching Ray, and since I'm a sorcerer, I'd like to twin spell it. Under twin spell, it says I can spend 1 sorcery point to increase the spell's effective level by 1. Does that mean I get more damage on it?
No,
I think it gives you another bolt with Scorching Ray.
Yeah.
But you can't upcast it to 3rd level.
Oh, I see what it's saying. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Do I need to roll to hit with both of them then?
For each Scorching Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who are you targeting?
We're gonna target both the Goliaths.
All right.
I'm just gonna roll that with advantage. So a 15 and a 23.
15 and 23 are going to be 2 hits. Damage for the left. The Scorching Ray splits off and twins into the 2 Goliaths, hitting one and sending him flying back into the wall as he chokes up that viscera and just doesn't get back up.
Ooh.
1 down.
And that's my turn.
You watch as the other one brushes off the flames from the front of his leather, putting out some of those smoldering embers, and with a blood-curdling cry, he begins to charge. His weapons glinting in the fading light of the sun. Some of these folk look to be wielding scimitars, while others look to have crude heavy axes. And he's going to go 10 to 25.
Tolan actually gets 3 rays for the first casting of it.
Oh yeah, and then he gets
Jeremy!
to choose a separate target for the next casting of it, right?
Correct. Twinning gets you 1 additional ray. So 7 rays?
Wait, I shoot 7 rays?
Or do you just get the 1 for twinning it? I'm confused.
Oh,
yeah,
I
he
roll
should get
3.
another 3, right? It should be 6 total.
Does it copy the spell?
Yeah.
It just allows you to heighten it. As
Or
it,
I
as
don't
it was
know.
increased by 1.
Let me look. I haven't read the new one. I am saying old rules, maybe.
That's why I'm asking the guy who's playing the class.
Okay, right here. I got it pulled up. Twin spell. When
sorry.
you cast a spell such as Charm Person that can be cast at a higher level to target an additional creature, you can spend 1 point to increase the spell level by 1. So Scorching Ray, he would get an additional ray for 1 sorcery point.
Oh,
'Cause
so it's less
level is 1
broken.
additional ray. Yeah, and so you can't haste and stuff because you can't upcast it to hit multiple people anymore, so you can't twin haste.
Lame. But fair.
So you're going to get 4 rays if you spend that sorcery point. 4 rays total for the turn.
Oh, so I need to roll 2 more rays?
Correct.
Yeah, because level 2 it's 3 rays.
Does a 12 hit a
Yeah.
goblin?
It sure should. No, a 12 does not hit a goblin. He's too
Got it.
small, too nimble, and too quick.
How about an 18?
Which goblin?
Let's do the left one.
All right. How much damage?
6.
Nice.
6 damage. He starts wildly flailing at the flames that impact him mid-chest. Anything else you would like to do?
No, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Right. Sure. New rules. The Goliaths are charging forward. This one climbing that wall. And this guy is going to start making a run for that wagon, pulling out a javelin, and he's going to throw it at Helm. Let's see here.
No.
Ooh, that's not going to hit Helm.
No.
Nope. And come on. Where's monsters? Okay. Oh, that's cool. The encounter builder just lost my encounter. So give me a second.
Oh, no.
So, we'll create, let's see how.
Don't worry. It's only been in beta for 3 years.
Working as intended.
It's a feature, not a bug. Warrior. Damn it. Nope. All right. There he is. Stat block. Yeah, that is definitely a miss. And only the 1 attack. But he is going to let out a ferocious war cry. And the other one is going to take a slice up at Stonebender for that spell, for the poison. And this guy is going to swing a 12 to hit.
That misses.
And that's going to miss as well, just crashing off the top of the wall. And that is going to be Blitty.
From this perspective, like they can hear the sounds of fighting, like Tidbit and Mirabelle, but they can't see the goblins, right?
There's a Goliath 10 feet in front of you that charged up and took a swing and trying to separate Grignor from her head.
Right, but like Mirabelle can't see that, or can Mirabelle see that? Because it's right in front of her. I'm in front of her, so the Goliath would be in front of me.
So Mirabelle's up there, Door over there, and Goliath's right there.
Right, yeah, I see. I'm
I
wondering.
think it's a
what
low wall. I think Mirabelle can see over the wall and see the enemies, right?
Okay, yeah, that's all I was asking, was what Mirabelle can see.
Any reason why?
Well, because I was going to tell her to get back if it wasn't too late, but she can either get back on her own if she can see what's going on.
If I can't see you, you can't see me.
Right. I'm going to, So, can I fire right now, my arrow, even though Seneca's right in front of me? Seneca's short, right? I forget what Seneca is. I'm going to just fire another arrow, and I'm gonna aim at this here dude around.
A fury. All right.
Absolutely no expectations and no judgment when I can't do anything.
There.
You will be.
Huh. It's a 19.
Definitely hits.
Doing 2 damage.
2
Blink.
damage.
Yep.
So with your modifier?
You got a -1 for Dex?
Yep.
Oh, you should be throwing stuff.
Okay. I'll do that next turn. I have a little hammer.
What's your strength?
My strength is a 13.
Okay, yeah, if you do javelins, daggers, hand axes, you can use your strength for modifier instead of Dex. So you'll get a little bit more damage than to hit.
Well, as a gemologist, I keep light hammers. Is that a good?
Light hammers, they
attack?
count. Throw them,
Yeah,
bitches.
sure. I'll make sure I have 4 of them. All right, and
Any movement or bonus action you'd like to do?
I'm going to kind of step next to the wall as close as I can, or am I on it now? I'm going to try and use the wall as like a shield, and I'm going to kind of crouch behind it, and I know I already used my action, but I'm going to use it to turning point.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Good bit.
Okay, new plan. Rather than doing what I usually do, which is to set things on fire, I would like instead to not set things on fire, move 20 feet over to here. Can I stay here? I'm guessing that's a yes. And I would like to cast Infestation on this guy.
Right.
Okay, let me just bring this up.
Need a Constitution save?
Yes, I do. Needs to be to 14.
Oh, that's a natural 1. Is not gonna do it.
Fuck yeah.
Guys.
And I think that's a 2. Oh, shit. I just closed it. Hold on.
2 poison.
And he also moves like a point in a random direction.
Which way?
Hold on. Infestation.
You can do a D8 if it's random.
Yeah, D8. Can move its speed at least 5 feet. Roll a D4 for that direction.
Oh, there you go.
1 is north, 2 is south, 3 is east, 4 is west. That is east. So never eat. There we go. All right, I did something.
Just take everything.
as this swarm of insects just begins flurrying about this fury, and he's flailing his arms wildly, trying to smack at these pests. He stumbles backwards from Grignor. Anything else you'd like to do, Tidbit?
That's it. That's all I got.
Right. The smoke continues to drift a little bit further along to the west, the left side of the map. And that smoke begins to linger a little bit. Kind of over here-ish. It's noticeably stopped flowing with the breeze. Draven.
Okay. So. Why would. Stop doing that. I mean. Whatever.
No, you whatever.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to, like, scroll the map because it's not letting me, like, grab
Oh
the map.
yeah, I can't.
Shift and your mouse wheel. It'll scroll it left and right.
Left. I hold left or right click.
Okay.
Or if you click on your mouse circle wheel thing, you can click and drag wherever you need.
Is that
The
the
mouse
space
wheel?
somewhere I
I
can
was-
The
stand,
mouse
or are either of these spaces somewhere I can stand?
It's just like a waist-high wall.
Okay, because what I want to do, go straight down here to there. Are these guys, like, within reach?
Definitely.
Okay.
One of them's upside down, if it makes any difference.
Oh, that's perfect. So, as
Focus
I'm
right
as I'm making my way up there, I'm pulling out my great axe, and I'm going to swing at the one who's upside down, and
Are you
see
sure
if I
you
can't.
don't want to Spider-Man kiss him? You should Spider-Man kiss him.
I think I'm just see if I can lop his head off.
That could work too.
Portable.
Okay. So here goes. the
I mean, that
attack roll.
goblin's all lips, so there's a lot of kissing.
How about a 17?
Take this one to go. 17's gonna hit.
All right, and damage.
Whoa!
You
Nice.
just pinata that goblin open.
Oh my god.
Pinata. Nice.
Excellent, because
Damn.
now that we have weapon masteries, if you're using a great axe, you can cleave.
Heck yes, you can.
Cleveland.
I hit a creature with a melee attack using a great axe. I can make another melee attack with it on a second creature within 5 feet of the first one.
That's cool.
So, here comes the second attack.
Definitely hits.
It's a good blender.
So now you only get weapon damage, no strength mod added
Right,
to it.
so that's going to be just 7 instead of 10.
7.
I tried to make a weapon that didn't include the modifier for damage, but you have to make like a magic weapon. Difficult.
Axe goes into the side of the goblin but stops, and he just howls out back at you and grips tightly to his crude-looking blade.
You
As
know
this black-
better than to attack a steel god.
This black sort of oil-like ichor leaks out onto your blade.
And I just yank the axe back out and prepare to strike again.
Anything else you would like to do?
No, although I do need to note that the second goblin has disadvantage on saving throws against spells I cast for until the end of my next turn.
All right. Remind me about that.
What?
If he lives that long.
That's it.
All right. The goblins look to start rearing up, patting themselves off, standing themselves back up, and they are lunging forward over this wall. This one's going to clamber up towards its closest enemy, Ulara. He's going to take a short sword slice up at you, but I don't think a 9 is going to hit.
Right, that's my name. I forgot for a hot second there. I'm like, right. No, my armor class is well, it'd be 18 because I don't think my shield's probably out right at this second.
So that's double what he rolled. So that's not going to do it. It just harmlessly slices up off the front of your armor without even scratching it.
Hey, little bitch!
Draven, the goblin in front of you is going to claw wildly with just his bare hands, and that's going to be a natural 20 as one of his claws just sinks right into one of your joint pieces and dealing 13 points of piercing damage. It just claws out and blood just starts to flow out from this wound. And he's going
So you
to
said 13
there.
points?
13 points of damage from his crit.
Oh,
All right.
good thing you're hardy.
And this one is going to leap over the wall, jumping through the viscera of the pinata gob, and going to take a slice at Draven, who looks pretty hurt. That's going to be a 17 to hit Draven
That hits. Wait,
for
actually,
6 damage.
actually, it's not going to hit. I'm going to use a reaction and cast shield on myself.
Oh, the Eldritch Knight!
Then
Good play, good play.
Helm,
Uh-huh.
let's see. Nope. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit me.
How about a 17?
Misses. AC 18.
17 misses. Helm, a small little barrage of arrows comes hailing down on you from a short distance away, and you start to hear the anxious, infuriated cackling, followed by the sound of more goblins up road starting to reload. And
How much damage did I take from that 19?
from the 19, it'll take 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
The only shot that made it through. And then they're going to stay put. No, they're going to get a little bit closer. So there. With that, Helm is up.
All right, Helm's gonna call out. All right, kiddies. There's 4 more goblins coming up the river down on the east side. Be ready. And he's gonna activate. He's gonna channel Empire's divinity, and he's gonna go peerless athlete. So for the next hour, I have advantage on strength and dexterity checks, and I can jump further because it's cool. So he's gonna leap off the fucking map again. I'm gonna leap in melee with this wonderful gentleman with the axe. While he's leaping, he pulls out his great sword, and he's gonna try to come down on him. The goblin gets an opportunity attack if it wants to take it.
Sure, it'll try. The 7's not going to do it, though.
Nope. All right. So we're gonna come down with the great axe. See if I can hit this guy. New character who does 16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right. So I get 2d6 plus 4. Oh, almost missed. 13 points of slashing damage.
Takes the blade into his side. He howls out in pain as this black ichor just leaks out from that open wound.
All right, that's it for me.
Your
Okay, I've been reading things and trying to figure out how to do things. So Granuar's gonna like poke her head up this wall and stare at this lovely gentleman right here. And so I would like to try and attack him. I'm trying to figure out these psychic blades. So like wait, because I think if I attack him with a regular dagger, then I think I can do Vex, and then I can additionally do a psychic blade. But I want to make sure I'm doing that correctly, and I'm not doing too many attacks. So I'm keep trying to see, like, because none of them say like bonus action. So I don't want to mess it up. But if I just click on them and put them in the chat, you guys can help me.
Let's see, the soul knife.
Because I have Vex, which will, and then I have sneak attack. Okay, so I have like the Vex and then sneak attack, and then I still have like a bonus action, which I feel like is a lot.
So I think whenever you're making the attack action or make an opportunity attack, you can make another psychic blade in your free hand and make the attack with that.
Yes. So it's like if I am attacking, then I get like an additional attack with the psychic blade. If I'm understanding that correctly, right?
You can make a second attack as a bonus action on the same turn.
Okay, see, I couldn't find where it said bonus action. That's why I was like, this seems like a lot for an action.
It's on page 136 of the book.
I don't have the book. I just have my character sheet.
I know. But I wouldn't know where specifically to look up the character sheet.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, so then I'm going to attack with my dagger. Okay, hold on. Then I can read. Okay, so I think I want to try and attack with my dagger, but let me double check. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to come and jump over this wall. Like, I kind of want to like pop up and almost look like a little rabid creature, just like using all fours to like crawl over this wall and just like jump at him. And then I would like to try and stab him. Ooh, that's low. So 13?
13 hits.
Oh, cool. Okay, so then I'm gonna roll damage with 7, and would I get sneak attack because I was natural 20 hiding?
So yeah.
Okay, and then I would like to, as I crawl over that wall and I like take a swipe with him, in my other hand appears another blade. Which...
That wasn't there before.
Oh no, I'm cheating. Perfect class. For 1d6. Wait. Make the attack with that blade. The blade. I'm clicking. So is it the same? Okay, so it's a d6, but there's not the option for me. So I have to scroll up to click the same dagger, and then I'll do the... So 24 to hit.
24 hits.
And then it'll do 3 damage. I am so murderous. I do so much damage. And then because I hit with my psychic blade, if I hit a creature with psychic blade and deal damage to it, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next.
As you stab him with this dagger, flip over the wall and stab him with this psychic dagger. As you're pulling that blade out from the second attack, you see as the life seems to fade from his eyes as he starts to fall. But his axe swings up almost inhumanly up towards you as he's going to take one relentless attack at you.
A death throw.
Death throw.
A 12 to hit?
That misses.
That's not going to do it as the axe just falls right over your head. He's down.
Okay. And then I still have a bonus action?
No,
Was
you
that-
used your bonus action for the
My
second.
bonus action. Okay. And that's my turn. I'm just gonna not actually hide, but I'm gonna kind of duck behind this wall again.
All right. Ulara.
All right. She's gonna pull out her warhammer and her shield, and then she's going to look down at the one that swung at her, and she's gonna say, "We could have talked about this." And then she's gonna swing her warhammer at this little thing. And as she's swinging, she's gonna be yelling, "But you had to go and be a little bitch!" 11.
He dodges the first swing of the warhammer.
It's the only swing of the warhammer as far... Oh, no! I am a war cleric, and therefore I can make one attack using my bonus action 4 times per short rest. I will do so now.
Targeting the one on the south or to your right.
Whichever one... Did they both swing at me?
I think they both tried, yeah.
No. The one to my... This one swung at Draven, I think. So I'm going to swing at the one to the south.
The south one swung at you.
Yeah. 21.
21 hits.
Don't forget, your channel divinity can add 10 to an attack.
10 points of damage. Yeah, but I'm going to save that for something important.
I'm looking at rules.
Flats the goblin. He will be a bitch no more.
He's dead. Okay, so
He's dead.
Yeah, her warhammer just crunches his face in, and then she says, "Light of the Emperor guide you."
Anything else you'd like to do?
She is going to take a step away from this dude. I don't care if he swings at me at this point.
Going to try. 17 to hit?
Nah.
Nope.
Plate armor says nah. And she's gonna run over here, and she's gonna say, "Helm, I got your back, bitch."
Don't use such foul language.
Mirabelle is going to come sprinting down with an opening made, and she can make it down to about here. And goodness, they're everywhere. They just keep popping up. And
I just use second place twice.
Is Mirabelle not entirely useless? Let's find out.
Where? Okay. As Mirabelle's running down the way, you see this farmer continuing to just, like, struggle with this wagon. As he peeks his head around the corner, sees the mob of goblins all over the place. A couple of arrows fly through the air and start peppering along the wagon side, narrowly avoiding this guy. As he loses his grip, slips, and knocks the wagon back into the ground, pinning him into place as Mirabelle starts making her way towards him to try and help. And as this battle is continuing to rage on, the sky starts to get a little bit darker as storm clouds begin to gather, and in the distance, lightning starts flashing across the sky. And with that, Seneca Stonebender.
Alrighty. Seneca, she is... Oh, can you not do it like that anymore? Oh. Alright, she's gonna move down here for her full movement. Is she able to see these goblins over here, or like the bushes of the wall?
You can still see them. They are doing a bad job of hiding currently.
Okay.
Looks like they were hiding, fired off their shots, which gave away their position, and they don't have the action economy to hide.
So, all of them are within range of that. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
In range of what?
She, on the goblin closest, she's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh,
And I need the goblin to make a wisdom save, please.
don't say. Goblins are known for their wisdom. How about a 9?
That unfortunately fails. It's going to take
Ooh.
13 psychic damage.
What's it look
And-
like as you kill this goblin?
Oh, didn't even get the chance to run
With
away.
psychic
It's just-
damage.
Oh, oh. Oh my god, are we just having like pinatas all over the place? Are we just bopping people's heads off?
You as she casts this spell, Mirabelle actually might be able to hear Seneca. She's kind of muttering under her breath, and this kind of like, oh, you know how in Fern Gully, how like the weird sludge monster has these weird fumes coming off of it, like kind of black smoke.
Oh,
It
the
kind of-
smog, yeah.
yeah, it kind of erupts from her mouth and encircles the goblin's head, and it just kind of keels over, like grips its head, keels over, dies.
Do you hear Tim Curry singing when
See
you do it?
Mirabelle kind of like stops mid sprint, like running her full turn, and at the sound of the words that you're speaking as the verbal component for this spell, it causes her to turn her head from what she was doing back towards you, and you see this kind of like look of worry across her face. But she doesn't say anything. Anything else you would like to do?
That is action. Yeah, she's I want to make a persuasion check. She'll kind of give Mirabelle like a reassuring smile, like everything's fine, don't worry about it. She holds Seneca holds herself very confident. She knows what
You see Mirabelle just with a giddy chuckle seems to shrug it off at the moment, and her attention is back on this farmer.
All right, that's Seneca.
Tolan.
We're gonna cast acid splash on this goblin. Right.
But he has another goblin within 5 feet of him, Jeremy.
So I can hit them both.
But that might hurt 2 goblins.
So it's a
That's a
dex
good
save
thing.
of 15.
Okay, come on, goblins. That's a 9 for the one on the right, and a 7 for the one on to the south.
Jeremy.
They take 6 damage.
Jeremy, what's it look like as one of these goblins is acided away?
It's just gonna. I'm gonna throw some acid at it. It's gonna hit it right in its face. It's gonna scream, "Oh my eyes!" and goblin, and then fall over dead.
And just like that is how it happens. Anything else you would like to do?
No, that's better.
All right. I think he's the last standing Goliath on the battlefield, standing between Helm and Ulara, is going to take a moment as he slams his fist into his chest, and this black ichor seems to solidify across some of his wounds, and they stop weeping as openly as he lifts his great axe high over his head and
I don't like
evens
that.
and odds. Helm, this axe is coming your way.
Of course.
Haymaker with a 15 to hit as
Nope.
it just crashes off of your pauldron, nearly severing your abacus.
How dare you.
Door. That was too close. Lady.
There's only one that can wipe my sin.
Gonna run up here, get up next to that one. That is, I believe, I still have 5 feet of movement. Can I go like here?
Sure.
I'm gonna do that. And then I'm going to turn and swing back at the goblin right there.
Oh, good question, Ryan.
And then
This is our first flank situation. How are we handling it?
Depends.
What does the
you
rule book
do.
say?
well,
Oh, that's true.
can I do Shillelagh? I'm trying to remember how it works. Shillelagh? I want to do Shillelagh. Or is it Shillelagh or Shillelagh?
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. I want to do Shillelagh.
Like a bonus action, it kind of enhances whatever non-magical weapon you're using, like a club or a quarterstaff, to make it stronger.
I think I like
Hit with-
Shillelagh better.
you can swing with it.
Shillelagh. Yes.
I do have a quarterstaff, so I'm going to use Shillelagh that, and I'm just going to like hit him in the head with it.
All right. So you don't get advantage for flanking, but feel free to make the swing.
Oh, a 12?
12 is going to swing, and the goblin just narrowly ducks underneath the swing as it smashes into the wall beside him.
Okay, and that's my movement and my turn. I'm done.
Tidbit. And I believe the Shillelagh stays active on the stick.
I think
for as
it's a
long as the spell
concentration
lasts.
spell, yeah.
Oh, Shillelagh.
Rachel!
What's
That's
up?
possible to cast.
I thought it
To
was
cast the spell, yes, and then the action to swing.
And then to swing.
It's
It's your turn,
Tidbit's turn.
Tidbit is up.
All right, so Tidbit is going to move 35 feet, which I think is right here. And Tidbit is going to cast Guiding Bolt on this goblin. This guy right here.
He's not a Habu Gabu.
He's not a hobble gobble. He's not a
Even a
babada.
Babu.
That was a 13. 13. Does a 13 hit? 13 hits. Right?
Just hits.
13 just hits. All right. I don't know if this is right because it doesn't sound right, but 19 radiant damage?
Tidbit, what does it look like as your radiant damage exterminates this individual who's clearly in breach of the Empire?
Okay, Tidbit aims for his chest. There's like a bright light that just goes into his chest. The light kind of takes a step back. The light kind of fades. He looks down. He doesn't feel anything for a sec, so he holds up his hands in triumph, like, I'm still going to win! And then just explodes into, like, dots of light. There's nothing left. He's gone. Poof. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Well, I'd like to kill more, but that's all I got.
All right. The smoke begins to swirl and almost condense a little bit on the northernmost fields. And as it does so, 3 figures seem to emerge from the smoke. And the smoke itself starts to waft and dissipate away. And
no.
we move
Oh, so they're friendly.
the friendliest, probably.
Yeah, they're totally
That's
friendly.
very friendly.
Hey, Ryan, quick question.
Oh,
As
that's a
these-
friendly face.
Yeah, that's a very friendly face.
individuals can begin to approach, and with each step that they make, it seems as though the shadows seem to grow a little bit around them as the lightning continues to flash, illuminating scenes of these brief, terrifying bursts of violent combat as these cultists continue fighting with this savage intensity, their eyes burning with a dark, unnatural fire. As these smoke binders are going to... I think they're going to focus on...
What did he say?
Their 3 closest targets. So a toxic
Not Silas.
flame is being launched at Tolan, at Tidbit, and at Seneca. One from
Okay.
each of these casters.
Well, can they not?
Yeah, Ryan, just think about that. Can they not?
I will take it under consideration. Tolan,
Okay.
an 18 to hit with the first toxic flame.
Yes. I was seeing if shield would help me, but it just kicks it to 17.
Ooh. For 7 fire damage. Tidbit, a 7 to hit you. And
Let me check. No.
Seneca, a 14 to hit you.
That misses.
All right. So only 1 flame hits. And Tolan, as this bolt of flame makes impact with your chest, the fire quickly fades into this almost blackish color. And these shadows seem to curl around you, and you find yourself unable to speak as these flames burn on you.
Uh-oh.
Raven.
Okay. Well, I've still got this goblin guy here in front of me. So I'm going to see if I can't finish him off.
All right.
So it's going to be Great Axe to the face. How about a 22?
Oh, yeah. I think
love
whatever you roll on the damage is going to be sufficient to finish him off.
Excellent.
Draven, what's it look like as you cleave through this goblin?
So I decapitated the first one, chopped into the side of the second one, and somebody else killed him. So this one, I'm just, as I'm like turning around, I take the axe and swing it and again bury it like up to the haft in the ribs of this goblin and kick him off my axe. And then I turn around and let's see, we've still got some down here on the river. But I think the bigger threat's behind us. So I'm going to take up position.
He's
Okay, so
running away.
don't right click. The right click makes the mouse the map like jump crazy. Apparently you just have to move. This is like a low wall, right?
Yeah.
I would like to take up cover behind the wall.
All right. You can mechanically like move up to the wall, but I think it's an action to hide behind it. But you take cover behind the wall.
Okay, so take cover is like a full action.
Hiding, I think, is the full action.
Quick, everyone look at your
trying to
rulebook.
stealth.
See what cover says for things.
Oh yeah, there's a glossary now.
There's a glossary.
Let's see. Cover provides a degree of protection to a target behind it. There are 3 degrees of cover, each of which provides a different benefit to a target. Half cover, plus 2 bonus to AC and Dex saves. 3/4 cover, plus 5 bonus to AC and Dex saves. And total cover can't be targeted directly. If behind more than 1 degree of cover, a target benefits only from the most protective degree. So we're going to say hiding behind the wall gives you a plus 2 to AC and Dex saves for cover.
Wait.
Nice. And with that, a couple of gobbles just saw their friend's head explode. And they
How's the morale?
Not great, if we're being honest. And so they're going to start making their way to the tree line over here. And they are peppering off a series of shots. And they are going to target the shaman who burst their friend's head and Blitty. So,
They're leaving any hits.
first 2 shots coming at Seneca For a 10 and a 22 to hit?
22 definitely hits.
For 3 piercing damage on that. And
am I hold on. I'm looking at a thing because I forgot how to use it. I would like to use Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
hell yeah.
Is it changed because it's a melee? That's for melee attacks, right?
The creature that damaged you is
Yeah.
momentarily surrounded by green flames.
Oh, cool.
I have to check because
It's more useful now.
It's the best reaction.
That's awesome.
And it needs to make a dex save.
Oh, jeez. She did it! She set it on fire! 11?
Beats it. So it takes half of 21.
Oh, Jesus. What's it look like as your hellish rebuke consumes this goblin?
Yeah, as she feels the sting. What did it use? What did it shoot at me or
A short bow, just firing arrows.
Yeah, as the arrow like stings her cheek as it hits her, she gets a little bit angry at that. And so flames just kind of erupt from like she kind of just thrusts her open palm towards that goblin and flames just erupt. And then it's just
In the panic, let's see if they were able to hit Blitty at the very least. Nope, not with a natural 1. This one just sees his friend just combust in front of him and he just lets go of the arrow, and they are going to bonus action, keep on going south, out the map. They are fucking done. They are out. Gobbo's gone. Helm.
All right. Helm is going to swap out their greatsword for a glaive, start running to the north here, and as he gets to the bank, he yells to Mirabelle, "Go hide behind the wall!" And as he leaps up in the air with his peerless athlete, which makes him jump twice as far and twice as high, when he reaches his apex, he's going to use a bonus action to turn into a cloud and teleport 30 feet away, within 10 feet of these two casters.
All right.
And he's now within reach with his glaive, and he's going to swing down on Red Shaw Dude.
Red Shaw Dude. How did you know his name?
Just a guess. Oh, that's a natty 18 for a 24 to hit.
Well, a natty 18's going to hit.
Gotta find D10s. Here we go. Ooh. 9 points of slashing damage.
9 slashing.
And that is my turn.
And did the racial abilities regenerate per short rest now or long rest?
Ooh, that's a twice a long rest for my Goliath thing.
Cloud giant nonsense.
Cloud giant nonsense. I think some people might get short rest, but I think most of them are long rest for the racial abilities.
Yeah. With that, Grignor is up.
Okie doke. Dang, these freaking walls are gonna be the death of me. She's she's gonna climb up over this wall. Is it more movement or no?
No. It's just a little wall.
Yeah, but she's just a little guy. So then she's gonna climb over this wall, take a big old huff, and then do a little waddle, and then jump over this wall, and then make it almost close enough, and she's gonna target this dude. And I read more, and I think instead of just like normal daggers, I just do psionic, psychic, whatever they're called, the blade thingies. So I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna do 116. I'm throwing
16 is gonna miss.
Oh no!
As the smoke just seems to wash up, and where he was a moment ago, the dagger just keeps on going through, and just plumes of smoke dissipate. as he stands slightly to the side of where that dagger was.
But I still believe I can make a bonus action with the second one.
Yeah.
Because my other hand is free to create it. Okay, it doesn't matter if you make it or not. So I'm going to do that. 14's less. Cool. So now I'm just standing in a field. Little gnome. And she's just going to stand here and she's just going to growl at him.
All right. Ulara, you hear growling in the distance.
It's
gonna be like baby Simba's growl, you know?
Ulara's gonna run and follow Helm, although not as athletically. She's gonna run past Mirabelle. She's gonna touch her lightly on the shoulder, kind of just like kind of run past and just give her like the very like just tip of her finger on the shoulder, and she's gonna cast Sanctuary on her. Is that still a bonus action? Yes. So that's gonna be the bonus action, and then she's gonna turn to the farmer, and she's gonna say, "Don't worry, I'll come back and help you. Just gotta deal with whatever the fuck this is." And then she's gonna
I'll help you first.
Jump over this wall, and then she's going to cast. I'm assuming I can still cast Sacred Flame at. Let's go with this guy.
Sacred Flame's a cantrip, right?
Yes. I'm assuming that the two spells in one turn rule didn't change.
It's leveled spells. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So then I'm going to. I need a dex save. DC 14.
This was middle one.
Yeah, red guy with the red.
Yeah, red Shaw guy.
All right, that's a 16 on his save.
Well, then he doesn't take any damage from me, Ryan.
So as this radiant bolt comes searing across the way, the shadows just seem to consume it the moment before impact.
Well, I don't fucking like that.
Anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that's about it.
The farmer continues to struggle, pulling mostly at his leg now as opposed to the wagon, as Mirabelle comes up beside him, and the two of them start heaving along the side of the wagon to lift it up, and slowly they start making progress. Seneca Stonebender, what would you like to do?
Oh, I was muted. So it seems like these guys aren't taking damage from anything?
The first couple attacks have missed, but
I think we're just
Helm
missing.
I made contact.
Oh, okay. You did make contact?
Yeah.
They might just be harder to hit than the Goliaths with leather armor.
Okay. Seneca is going to cast actually she's gonna she's gonna stay there. She's gonna cast Eldritch Blast at this guy. I don't think 8 hits.
8 is gonna miss.
Alrighty. Okay. Her usefulness is pretty much all used up. So she's going to use her movement to go down here and prepare to help Mirabelle with the farmer.
All right. Olin.
So I still am covered in those black flames and I'm silenced.
The flames, as they are still burning on you, cause you to be unable to speak. Almost like a weird kind of poison-like effect.
Colin's gonna hop on the other side of the wall and drop on the ground and try to roll the flames off.
All right.
That's good. You're prone. You got cover from ranged attacks. Good call, Jeremy.
Using an action, you can just pat them out successfully.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Oh, right. Anything you'd like to do with a bonus action or the rest of your movement?
I don't think.
Say something witty.
I gonna stay prone.
Next up is Blitty.
Alright. I'm gonna move to about here and kind of use the wall as like a partial cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to cast Entangle. It has a what is it? 20 feet is like its radius or whatever. It's like a 20-foot square or something. So I want to get it so that a corner hits this guy and a corner hits this guy because they're about 20 feet apart, are they?
So Entangle.
Mm-hmm. So it's a range of 90 feet. The area is a 20-foot square.
You want to draw the square out on roll 20?
Someone seems to
gotcha.
be kind enough to do that for me. Thank you so much.
Do you
because
like
I
that?
had no idea how to do that. Is that 20 feet, really?
20-foot square?
Yep.
It's a 20-foot square. I just kind of assumed that meant...
Lucas,
from
that looks like a 40-foot square.
Yeah.
Right.
Should be
You
20
said radius
foot
at
on a
first, I'm sorry.
side.
There we go.
So
10-foot radius.
10
more
feet
like it.
from the center would be 20 feet, right? Wide? 20 feet
Yeah.
wide? Yeah. That's good. That's good.
So that's square.
And... Could we move it a little bit? I'd like it to be a little bit further forward so that
1,
it
2, 3, 4.
is as
Well,
close
I think they're just far enough away that you either get half the square on them, or you
Yeah.
get one, or just barely both of them.
Oh, there's no way to put it in between the cubes?
20 feet.
This is just... I'll do it there. That's good.
All right.
That's fine. And,
And that one is a concentration spell.
so I'm just gonna be entangling and focusing, and, I'm gonna, like, have my hands sort of outstretched and, like...
And creatures in the area, whenever you make a spell, need a strength saving throw or have the restrained condition.
Uh-huh.
And it takes an action to make an athletics check to break free.
Yeah. Oh, is that the new rules?
It is. the new
So they're
rules.
different from these rules in here?
I don't know. What do those rules say? It's con that.
I don't think so. Grassy
Oh.
plants sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. They disappear when the spell ends. Each creature other than you in the area when you cast the spell succeed on a strength saving throw or have the restrained condition until the spell ends. The restrained creature can take an action to make a strength athletics check against your spell save DC. On a success, it frees itself from the grasping plants and is no longer restrained.
Can be a 17 on his save. What's
Well,
your
that's
DC?
rude. My DC is... I think it's 13.
13.
Where is it?
He's going to succeed.
Where is that on my character sheet?
Or it
I
says save
always-
DC.
Oh, it says 13.
Anything else you would like to do?
Make that a 23.
Okay, he got a 23.
And then I'm gonna pass a turn. That stays there, so anybody who walks into it has to go through that hole.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Tidbit.
Okay, so I need some help with this spell because that entangling spell really has a lot to grow on. Okay, but realistically, how do I do this? Because it says an unoccupied square. So does that mean that I can't place it right here? Hold on. So that means I can't place it right here. I have to place it right here.
Place what? Right.
Oh, a dust devil.
Dust
Choose
devil.
an unoccupied space of a 5-foot cube of air that you can see within range, an elemental force, blah, 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 blah. Where can I place it?
So 5-foot cube is just a square, right? Or is it?
Yes. So can I place it right here? But that's
You
not...
Place it wherever you want.
okay. Because the unoccupied thing is just a bit.
That's a 5-foot radius. Whoever the
Okay.
green is that's making shapes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Then can I place it on him?
Absolutely.
I would
Awesome.
like
That's
to
what.
add, Rachel, that
Yes.
further down, it also makes a 10-foot radius cloud of debris.
Oh yes. Okay. So then that would be.
I was wondering where that was. That's in the Elemental Evil Companion Guide.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
I just got. I really got hung up on the whatever. Ooh boy, would that include the beautiful?
Oh yeah.
He is in the entanglement. Can Helium take it? Helm.
Helm.
Helium. Helm. Can Helium take it?
Well, if you can't put it on top of him, right? Because it has to be an unoccupied square, so it's gonna have to be behind the dude. So if you put it behind him, then it won't affect me.
All right. So over here. There we go.
All right.
Yes.
And what do you need?
What does he need? Dust Devil. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the Dust Devil must make a saving throw on a failed save. So I need a strength saving throw when he ends his turn if he's in the radius. Because I don't think he needs to roll it now.
All right. And entangle is difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And each creature other than the area when you cast a spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or have the restraint condition. So.
Anything else you'd like to do, Tidbit?
I would like to jump behind a second wall. Nope, actually, that just means more problems. I would like to hide or kind of duck between the wall.
You take cover behind the wall.
So +2 to your AC from ranged attacks.
Hey.
And you slung a spell, Ulara, so this smoke binder on the left is going to throw a choking bolt at you. The one in the middle is going to target Liddy for the entangle spell, and the one on the right is going to try and hit Tidbit for the Dust Devil.
None of my shit's even like hitting, and I'm still getting retaliated against. I love it.
They really don't like spellcasters.
Yeah.
You see the giant 20-foot square of entangled, difficult terrain that they're standing in?
Do you see the giant man with a giant spear who's going to hit you in the face?
I think they could get over it.
Laura, that's going to be a 22 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, damn.
For 14 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
And you find as the flames start to choke you, you find yourself incapable of speech.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and I also lose concentration on Sanctuary. Man, I'm rolling great.
Next up is Blitty. With a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
For 6 fire damage.
Did I mention my 10 AC? So how much? 6? 10?
6 fire damage.
Okay.
And I need a concentration save to see if you maintain the entangle spell.
15.
No problem.
Unmuted making pizza all by herself.
Tidbit, that's going to be a 15 to hit you.
Oh, let me see this, because I don't think that shit hits. No, that doesn't. I get a +2. That's a 17, but no.
Hey!
So
Good
just
thing for
Blitty and Ulara find themselves hit with this choking flame and unable to speak.
Jeez, maybe
So
get
long
better.
as the flame is
What?
on them.
Can't speak.
You cannot speak.
I'm hit with flame.
Don't speak.
The flames
I
seem
am
to be
already
swallowing your
flaming.
sounds.
Okay.
And they are going to move Let's see. I think this is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Helm, if you would like to
Which
take
one?
it. That one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm hitting. I'll attempt to, I should say.
Or
Is
that
he
one.
running away? What a
21 to hit?
21 is going to hit. Roll some damage.
9 more points of slashing.
How much?
9.
Fine. This big bad guy. And that Draven Steel God is up.
Okay. Draven going to. There we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to go right there. And since I can't. Well, no, I'm just going to go ahead and double move. Get right up on this guy.
Ooh, nice.
But that's move and action, so that's all I can do.
All right. Goblins are gone. Helm!
Oh, ho, ho, ho. All right.
What do you do?
Helm is going to once again swap weapons as he darts over here and jumps off the map again. As he darts, quit using the right click, and he jumps around this guy with his great sword, and he's going to try to come down and end this tomfoolery. Oh, there it is. That's a natty 17 for a 23 to hit.
23 hits?
Does this guy look bloody by chance?
Not yet.
Good. I'm going to Divine Smite. I get to use it as a bonus action for free once a day. I get to add 2d8 damage to my Greatsword deck.
Nice. So
All
8
right.
extra radiant.
8 extra radiant and 12 slashing.
20 damage. As your blade cleaves into him with the divine light of Empire, it seems to tear away a large chunk of the shadows that are wafting out from beneath his cloak as well. They seem to have a much harder time re-solidifying as he finds himself stumbling on his feet. He's looking rough.
Oh, I forgot to say my verbal component to Divine Smite. Tell me I'm beautiful. That's it for Helm.
All right, Grignor.
Okie doke. Grignor is going to. Oh god, that button. Oh, okay. I have to remember not to click that
I think
button.
it's actually
Okay,
the right click that's doing it.
it is, which throws me off because that's how we used to do it.
It's so bad.
Like, oh, and there's the edge of the map. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go run here, and then I would like to attempt to pull out my psychic blades again.
Pull out my gun.
God dang it, she is not good at hitting people with psychic blades.
That psychic blade just starts to fizzle out before making impact.
But she pulls out
another one. For an 18?
Targeting middle or the right?
The guy in front of her, that's next to
That's
Draven.
gonna hit.
And then, do I get to sneak attack?
Because
I
it's
do
still-
get sneak attack because I have someone within 5 feet of me.
I was gonna ask, as long as that's
within-
part of the ruling, then yes.
Yeah,
within
within 5 feet of the enemy. So, yes,
18
okay.
damage.
Ooh, I did it. Yeah, and I am just gonna be standing openly in this field, and I'm gonna be, I guess as I like shoot these 2 daggers towards him, another one just like appears in her hand, and she's ready to go again, and then that's gonna be my turn.
All right. Ooh, Lara.
She's rethinking her life's decisions. And but she's gonna not leave Helm out in the cold.
Help the cart, get him out of here.
She is going to run up here and oh, I can't cast
You're
right
silenced.
now. I'm silenced.
Not spells with verbal components.
How many cleric spells don't talk?
Well, all of my cantrips have verbal. Verbal.
I think they all do.
Yep, nope. She's going to
Pat out the flames.
Out the flame.
pull out a spear and throw it at this dude.
All right.
Natty 20!
Nice.
That's gonna hit.
It's a grand total of 10 damage, I think.
Lara, what's it look like as you spit roast this guy?
She's like shouting, may the light of the Emperor be with you, but no one can hear it as she's just chucking this thing, and it just like hits this guy right in the chest as he just like gets blown off his feet, just leaving Helm there facing no one.
He drops, and as he collapses down to the ground, this smoky, shadowy ichor leaking out of the wounds looks to become a little bit unstable. And Helm being the closest one here, you watch as this ichor just ruptures outward. And creatures within 5 feet of it are going to take 3 points of fire damage.
Ow.
Anything else you would like to do,
hot.
Lara?
It's hot.
You
Not
can
as hot as
take
me.
it, Helm. Hey, there we go.
She says, "Oh fuck, my bad," to Helm, but she's silent.
I
don't hear
so he doesn't hear it, and that's the end of her turn. Do I get a save on the fire?
No. It's until you pat it out.
Oh, is it
For
an
an
action? Damn. Okay.
Yeah, that's why Amanda was saying you could use your action to pat it out on your turn.
Well, I liked my action.
I like the action.
Yeah, I guess killing the guy was okay. Silas and Mirabelle are both doing their best with the assistance of some of the additional party members to right up this wagon. And it takes the collective strain, but everybody working together is able to upright it. And it's starting to get pushed back along the roadway. But at the very least, this turn, it becomes dislodged from the mud and is freed from sinking. Seneca.
Okay.
Of course.
There's a mule.
A mule.
It's 30. Wow, they're far. Okay. She's gonna pop off another Eldritch Blast. Because cantrips are all I got right now. Let's fucking go.
Summer.
Yeah, a natural 20 is gonna hit.
For a total of 11.
And this is on righty or lefty?
On lefty.
On lefty. All right, that's going to be 11 damage to lefty. What's it look like as this Eldritch Blast is loosed?
Just this this beam of energy just kind of erupts from her hand and nails this dude like in his chest. It's got kind of like a weird, almost the color of like the ocean, like when it's really dark and stormy.
Deep water color.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He lets out a little bit of a howl as this Eldritch Blast seems to punch right through this shadowy concealment. Anything else you would like to do?
No, that's it.
All right. Tolan.
Tolan's gonna pop up over the wall and hold one arm out with his hand up and grab his other arm and look between his middle and his ring finger as if he's aiming. And then he's going to cast Scorching Ray on this one. And then I'd like to use my sorcerer thing that gives me advantage.
That's targeting the closer one?
No, the one that's farthest away.
All right. Fire away. Most importantly, what do these flames look like as they're loose across the battlefield?
Fire. Why won't it? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Flaming flowers.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's so nice. 18 hits. The 15 seems to be swallowed by the shadows.
He's got 2 more rays.
Well, that one was at advantage.
So, are you using
so the 18
the
hits,
seeking
yeah.
spell? Is that what you're talking about, Jeremy?
Am I using the what?
The seeking spell meta magic?
No. Just Scorching Ray has a range of 120.
No,
And
well,
then-
for how are you getting advantage? Is that your
Oh.
wild magic thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got 2 more rays.
Yeah.
$14 is gonna miss. $15 is gonna miss. As the last 2 just seem to be swallowed by the shadows around them.
And then
Can I have you
Tolan.
roll on the wild magic now?
I'm a little confused about that.
That advantage one?
If the next time I cast the spell, how do I display BTT? Sorry.
Automatically roll on the wild magic surge table. So Jeremy, give me a D100 roll. Ooh, 97. Jeremy,
I'm so
roll me a
excited
D6.
for you.
Roll me a D6, Jeremy.
Okay.
Wild magic sorcerers are my favorite.
D6. All the effects of row 17 through 20 affect you simultaneously. So let's see what that is.
What the fuck?
You are subjected to an effect that lasts for 1 minute. You're surrounded by faint ethereal music only you and creatures within 5 feet of you can hear. Your size increases by 1 size category. You grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode from your face and vanish. You must shout when you speak. Illusory butterflies flutter in the air within 10 feet of you. An eye appears on your forehead, granting you advantage on wisdom checks.
Oh my god,
Pink
I love
bubbles
this.
float out of your mouth whenever you speak. Your skin turns a vibrant shade of blue for 24 hours or until the effect is ended by a remove curse spell. I think you had the one with the most effects go off.
First time is the best one.
All
Oh my
right.
god.
Pulling the
I'm so
large.
excited.
Blue, big, feather-bearded Tolan with 3 eyes.
Who talks to bubbles and has butterflies.
I don't know
And
what
you
to
have
tell
to
you,
yell.
Jeremy. You've done it. You've beat D&D. Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I don't think I'm gonna get cover from the wall anymore.
Not no more.
Your ankles are really safe.
My ankles are safe.
Jeremy, how does Tolan respond to this wild magic surge? Is this normal for him?
Well,
Is-
Tolan has had it happen before, but never this much at once. He's had the bubbles. He's never been blue. He's been large before, and the beard's a new thing.
Don't forget the butterflies and the eye, and you have to yell.
I don't know about the eye.
Sure.
I wonder if
Can
he thinks
he
he's
see
tripping.
out of
Like,
it?
am I suddenly on shrooms?
Those flames.
This thing just got weird. You guys seeing these butterflies? I see
Tolan,
speaking bubbles.
Tolan has
And
had
there's
a bad
music
time.
only he can hear.
Right?
Tolan.
Oh gosh. Faint ethereal music only you and creatures within 5 feet of you can hear.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Tolan's just going to gently lay down on the ground and stare up at the sky and wait for the effects to go away.
He's so high.
He's having a weird trip, man. Blitty.
Yo, Blit,
Mhm.
it's lit.
No,
I
Tolan's lit.
I'm just reeling from what just happened.
Blitty, the shadowy fire that is across your person is still preventing your words from being heard.
Okie dokie. What is this? 35 to 30. Okay. Do. I am going to move 35 feet.
Oh.
I'm going to target this little homie.
His homie?
I am going to mold earth. I'm going to target a rock that I see underneath his feet, or by his feet. And in a 5-foot cube, I'm going to manipulate it in the following way. If the dirt or stone you target is on the ground, 'tis. You cause it to become difficult terrain. Alternately, you can use the ground to become normal. You can cause the ground to become normal, but I'm making it difficult terrain.
What kind of hindrance are you doing with the land? Like making a hole that he just sinks into? Like the ground just swallow him up to his ankles, or what?
Maybe it's more like suddenly all the metal properties inside of the sand have become activated and he's like magnetized to the earth.
That's fantastic. And the best part about it is that it has no verbal components to
It
that
is
spell.
somatic.
As you just move your hands and wave through the materials, infusing the metals of the earth that magnetize him into place.
And that's my turn.
Tidbit.
What up? It's me. It's Tidbit. Yes, that's right. I'm going to shoot a guiding bolt at this man right here. And so we're just gonna boom. Is 17 hit?
17 hits.
Fuck him. 17 damage.
Damage. What's it look like as this guiding bolt surges through the battlefield?
Same thing. Just a bolt of light straight into his chest, kind of digs in there, but before it can really go down, it just sort of fizzles out. You still see the light harm. Not really light, but harm.
The emphasis on the harm for sure.
Definitely. Tidbit is here to drink milk and take names, and unfortunately, the milk is spoiled. So, and she'll move, I think, 5 feet, and then she'll crouch along the wall.
Right.
Question. I think
So-
because I cast Mold Earth, my Entangle drops.
Is it a concentration?
Yeah.
Then yes.
I think that's what we decided. So that's where it goes away.
Does indeed. Tidbit, are you still maintaining concentration on the Dust Devil spell?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Wait, I can move it, right?
I think, like as a bonus action.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, I forgot that I even had that on there. Let me see that. I'm so sorry,
You're
guys.
built different now. This is a new edition.
It's a new addition, but you used all old spells.
Concentration as a bonus up to 30 feet. Okay, where can I get in 30 feet? Okay, this is good.
Within range of either one, I think, with 30 feet.
Oh yeah, this guy, right here. Going to move him right here.
Guy here,
Yeah,
or
yeah, right here. Yeah, there we go.
all right. Dust Devil back. And he
And
needs a strength save.
At the end of his turn.
All right.
Yeah, he's got to want it.
Well, he's going to start his turn. He's going to start by wanting it.
Okay.
Let's see here. He's going to try, and with his bare fists, he's going to slice back through these choking flames and try and toxic flame Draven up close. A melee spell attack. Draven does a 16 hit.
It would if I didn't cast shield.
Ooh, nice! As these flames just erupt across the surface of this unseen barrier, as this golden light begins to shine through a little bit brighter from Draven. As the second smoke behind, let's see, he's behind the wall, so Helm just totally murdered the shit out of that guy. This spell's going to
Was it
Helm.
me?
A choking bolt flying up towards you, Helm, an 18 to hit
Yeah, it hits.
for 9 fire damage.
So hot.
And as those choking flames begin to burn across your person, Helm, you find yourself unable to speak words with sound. And he's going to start moving to the south. That Dragon Steel God.
So, as I was running along the wall and making my way up to this guy, I stowed my axe and I pulled out my maul. So I'm going to smash him to the ground. How does a 17 work?
17 is just what you needed to hit.
All right, here comes the 2d6 plus 3 damage.
15 bludgeoning damage. Goodness.
Now,
He's
Because
looking
I
bloody
had-
now.
I have mastery with the maul. I would like you to make a con saving throw.
Ooh.
DC 13.
So an 8 is not going to do it.
That would make him prone.
Knocked off of his feet as he's clubbed in the back.
And I'm just going to go ahead and step right up there, just in case, Helm or somebody wants to come over.
And next up is Helm.
Wonderful. Oh, wait. I am Silent Death. I'm going to move 20 feet, and I'm going to use my last use of my Cloud Giant's Jaunt to teleport 30 feet. And I need this guy to make me a strength or dexterity saving throw, their choice.
That's a 5 total.
He is
His
grabbed.
plus 3.
I grapple this dude.
All right.
So he has a grappled condition, which has new things. I can now move this guy with no penalty for movement, I believe. No. The grappler could try. No, okay, I still get penalty for movement, but I get to move this guy. I'm gonna.
You've already moved how many feet of your movement?
I've only moved 25 of my 35 feet, so I'm gonna move him 5 feet closer. There we go. Oh wait, that's legacy definition. Hold on, grappler. You enjoy. Nope. Okay, same rule. There's 2 definitions on there. Oh my god.
Why are there 2 different definitions? And your halberd's a 2-handed weapon, right?
I have a great sword out, but I just have it in one hand, so I can't wield it. So just grabbing him with a free arm.
Okay. So grappling makes a difference for what's in hand.
Yeah. Okay. I have to have a free hand, so I dropped a hand to grab the dude. Like around the neck, and I'm just pulling him back towards Allura.
Grignor.
Okie doke. So this guy is down. Well, I could still hit him. I still try. I'm going to run up to him, so it's not going to be the
I'm going to double check to see how prone affects things now. Because it's a new edition,
Okay.
you never know.
Right, just a double
you have
check if I can.
disadvantage on attack rolls if you are prone. An attack roll against you has advantage if the attacker's within 5 feet. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
Okay,
So,
so
if
then
you're
might
prone,
be
ranged attacks at disadvantage still.
okay. So I am going to use that psychic blade that I pulled out and attempt to slice him. 24.
hits.
Total of 8 because I get psychic damage because Draven.
The black ichor chokes up from this wound, but he is still fiercely fighting back.
And once again, we'll try round 2 for 15.
15 is going to miss. But you have advantage because he's prone.
Oh, I have advantage. Okay, we just did that.
Woo.
It
Oh
just
no.
works. It just works. I am startled by him coughing up some black ichor. Like, oh, that's you should get that checked out, but that's not normal.
That Ulara is up.
She is going to use her action to pat out the flames. And then she's going to look at Blit and she's going to say, "How did you do that? You got the flamey things. You should be able to talk. You should be able to do the spells. What the fuck?"
Can't you still not talk?
I just used my action to pat out the flames.
But these words do not come out. The choking smoke about the flames that are on you seem to swallow your words before you can speak them.
Uh-huh. I thought Nick was also still done. Did that come off?
He just
took it off.
Now.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I missed. Yeah, sorry. Well, I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like, with my mouth just kind of opening and closing like a fish out of water.
That as Ulara walks away from you, she just gives you the middle finger, and then she walks over, grabs her spear, then walks 15 feet this way, and it gives you, and it's giving you the middle finger in a playful "fuck you" kind of a way. And then with her bonus action, she's going to cast Healing Word on Helm. She's going to say, "May the light of the Emperor bolster you, Helm." And you're going to gain 8 hit points.
You doubled my hit points.
And that's going to be the end of Lara's turn.
And Silas with Mirabelle and the mule are going to keep getting it a little bit further away, but it's not like they're taking off or anything. Goblins to the south took off, and they don't want to get too far from the group. Seneca!
Wait, are there still goblins alive?
No, they ran off the map.
Oh, okay.
As the DM, I will tell you they are not a part of this fight anymore. You guys killed way too many goblins for them to want to see this through.
That was some brutal beheadings that were happening.
They
over
are
there.
not coming back. If you look closely, you might see they probably dropped their weapons over there somewhere.
Okay.
They wear metaphorical pants. When are they wearing pants?
They should have worn the brown pants today.
Exactly.
Her friends wore red pants today. Poor choice.
I think you'll have to charge for it.
Oh, that dude that died upside down, he's probably evacuating all over himself.
I don't think I have
Nasty.
it installed. I'd have to do that.
Thank you for that.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I have it.
it's
Okay,
goblins.
so
I do.
I have a question about a
I just have it
feature
ready
that
to
I
play.
have.
Right.
It is part of the
I
Eldritch
mean, you could just
Invocations.
stick
It's
it in
Eldritch
there,
Spear. Is that
And
it's
it'll charge.
because it might just be because it's the new edition. I can use it for
No,
any of
I
my
thought it
warlock
was.
cantrips. It doesn't have to be Eldritch Blast
I
anymore.
thought I plugged it in.
That's awesome.
Okay, she's going to cast Poison Spray at Lefty
Does that not charge it?
Yeah,
because it adds an additional 90
Just my
feet to my
switch.
cantrip.
that's fucking
It
awesome.
might just be my
30 feet per warlock level. That's
Yeah,
cool.
as long as the cantrip has a range of 10 feet or more, so not like self, right, or 5 feet, you can add 30 times your warlock level.
All right. 8 doesn't do it.
Oh, there it goes.
8 is not going to hit.
Alright, well, it's charging.
All right, that's it from her.
I don't know.
Right.
My bad. I thought I was
Jeremy, are you
charging.
back yet? Then Blitty.
Okay. So, I am. I'm going to cast.
There are still the flames on your person, causing you to be unable to cast verbal spells.
Right.
Or silenced.
All right. I'm gonna try and put myself out the way everybody
Alright,
else
so
did.
it just takes an action, but you can pat yourself out.
I'm gonna pat myself out,
And you can speak again.
and I am going to shout. Fuck you too, you Lara. And then I'm going to. What do I give you an option? I'm gonna cast. Sorry. Can you... I'm gonna try and do the same thing again and try and slow him down. Because he seems to be trying to run. This guy hereabouts. And I think it'd be nice if he did not run. So I'm going to do Mold Earth again. There's to make it difficult hurrying where he's standing. It's a 30-foot range. I am 35 feet away, so I'm just gonna move. I'll move up and I'll back up. I'll back up my girl.
And just further just condense more of the iron minerals from the earth. Continue this metallic pull onto this guy, just kind of getting it stronger as focusing on another round.
Yeah. Did he move? Did he move at
No.
all? Oh,
He's been knocked on his ass by some of your party members.
Oh, okay. I thought he had moved a few squares over. That's fine.
Nope.
In which case, I'm going to instead, I moved, I think, you are I'm gonna step. I'll step here, right next to Remure. Thank you. And then I'm going to Thornlip. Thornlip. These one. Draven.
You can Thornwhip Draven.
Or wait, sorry, not Draven. This guy. This
Okay.
guy. What even is this?
That's the cultist
Okay.
on the floor.
It looks like a squid arm.
Because he's been knocked on his ass. So his token turned sideways to show that he's off his foot.
I'm like, did he suddenly grow appendages? Apparently. And I got a nat 1, so that's a 6. I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
That is not going to hit.
But you know I'm here. I
But,
showed up.
but he's prone, so feel free to swing with advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. I'll do it one more time. Okay, how about a 20 dirty?
A dirty 20 hits. Roll that damage.
Roll that beautiful damage. It's a 3.
Hey, Evie, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Go over here, tell me how much health he's got left.
Oh, that's cool.
So what's it look like as you thorn whip this guy to death?
So, I'm gonna, kind of like whip it out. It's gonna like wrap around, like the middle of his like thigh. And as I pull it taut, it's going to just sort of slice right into that very, very important artery, and he's just going to bleed out right there on the floor.
Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Oh, I'm good. I finally killed something.
Tidbit.
Hello. Yes. So this one's an oldie, but this one's a goodie. Prepared to get Schmitty with some. I don't know how to fucking make this into a rhyme. Guiding bolt.
You don't know how to make a witty?
No, I don't know. Fucking goddamn it! Fuck it, witty. 21.
21 hits for 20 radiant damage.
Yep.
What's it look like, Tidbit, as you sever this guy's connection to his mortal existence on Earth?
Okay, so this man's been hit by the guiding bolt before, so when it goes in, it takes a little bit longer. He doesn't even register it. He just kind of looks at her, you know, like, oh, what are you going to do? Raises his axe or whatever he has towards Helm, and then sparkles. And that's how he dies.
All right. Well, with that, the baddies have been vanquished, and we are like nobody's bleeding out or anything. So that puts us out of combat.
I mean, what about the
Helm
emotional
takes this moment
damage?
to cuss violently without anybody being able to hear him.
Sound off. Who's dead?
I'm not sure that's how it works.
Oh, I think I'm okay.
Not dead.
We're all dying.
How dead is the dude next to me, Brad?
Which one?
The guy I was holding in my arms.
Oh shit, was that your guy?
Yeah.
Oh fuck,
I
I
mean,
said
It
that.
took more than enough damage to do the
Okay.
job.
Can I do a bunch of checks to see what religion these cultists were and to try and tell if I search the bodies if I'm going to get zippy zapped by something?
I guess roll me an Arcana or Religion check if you want to go over these guys to find out what's their deal.
How's that? 15 Arcana.
15 Arcana. Like, oh, I totally forgot about their death bursts.
Whoa, what?
Because the one blew up by Helm and it did fire damage to him, it's only fair that the
I take
other
more fire
one that was
damage.
next to Helm does another 3 fire damage to him, and Liddy,
Oh, sorry.
Who was
I
over
was
there?
there too. Grenyor was.
I was there.
everybody who is by this other smoke binder takes 3 damage as well, as whenever he died, the ichor exploded out of him. But after that happened, you don't like it seems as though whatever tattoos are present on his person, any sort of arcane weave they had is no longer infused in them. But across many of them, you do see this same sort of star-like pattern. whether it's branded on or tattooed on, this image in the iconography that you might recognize as the Star of Calamity.
Aha, the Star of Calamity. Indeed. What does it mean?
That I will send you on Discord.
Okay.
Doomsday apocalypse, motherfuckers.
Do they say that they're searching for something, or can we all search the bodies? Sorry.
I would love that.
I'm going to help the guy with the cart.
I am also
Tidbit
going
is
to help
gonna
the
look
guy
at
with the cart.
I'll get there first.
There are two
gonna run over to Tolan and be like,
Are you okay?
You're blue, and you're big, and your beard, and Bubbles? What's happening? There's
What the
butterflies.
fuck happened to him?
There are a lot of cooks in that kitchen. Tidbit's gonna search the bodies.
I'm going to start blowing bubbles out until I can no longer stop blowing bubbles and I go down a size. But I'm staying blue.
Wow. Oh, you rolled on that magic surge table, didn't you?
Yep.
Were you here?
Were you
Nice.
here? He rolled everything. He literally has music playing in his head. He has bubbles when he speaks. He has a feather beard. He turned
How'd you
blue.
do
He grew
that?
twice his size. He has butterflies floating
He
around
rolled really
him.
high twice.
And he has
Oh,
to
and you have to
yell
do
when
two,
he
right?
speaks.
No, he did every effect present from a range of numbers.
Oh my god. So
Grenor,
beautiful.
as you get closer to Tolan, the music that he could only hear in his head, you start to hear as well.
She's gonna pull out her knife. What is happening over here?
This is the most annoying song.
Other members of the party, as you begin to approach, you can... Where is he? Oh, yes. The farmer is more than happy to share with you guys that gather around the wagon. As you can overhear, he's already in the midst of sharing with Mirabelle Goldfinch that he's a weary farmer headed back home to the town of Willow Creek from a bit of a long journey. Their clothes are soiled and torn. His face is lined with fatigue, and the overturned wagon has delayed his progress, and he's struggling to recover some of his crates and barrels and things now that the combat's ceased.
Seneca would like to cast Prestidigitation on this one.
Cleans off some of the muck and the grime. Oh, thank you for that. Making myself look a bit more presentable. At the very least, I could offer you guys a stay at the night at my farmhouse. It's just over the next ridge, and it's already getting pretty late. I'd hate for you all to get caught up in the storm after everything you've already done for me.
Are these sorts of attacks common in this area?
Not that I'm aware of. I would have assumed that if word of these attacks got out, it would be only a matter of time before Empire sent some of his soldiers out to deal with them. This must be only a very small troop to venture across maybe some highway bandits or the like. No doubt the guard of Willow Creek will be more than anxious to hear about this banditry that's going on.
Your valor is more than accepted, friend. We would be glad to stay with you. We should probably do something about all these bodies, though. We probably shouldn't just leave them in the road.
I say we string them up to the
Leave them
trees.
for the carrion eaters.
I was just thinking about putting them in a pile and burning them.
I second.
Whatever you need me to do to
Yes,
help,
I'd eat them.
I guess.
I don't know. What's the cultural thing to do with the dead here in the Empire?
It's kind of not really your job. The church normally handles the deceased.
Aren't I part of the church?
You're part of the guard.
You're a war priest.
You're on protection duty, not corpse storage.
Let's just make sure that there's no goblins in the water supply.
Or disease.
Yes.
Ulara, would you perhaps like to say a prayer over some of their bodies? Perhaps in their passing, they can be guided back to the Empire's light.
Oh, fuck, right. She will...
Drubbin leans over to Helm and goes, have you ever heard a priest curse so much?
I think that's why they're out in the field instead of back in the church.
She's a war priest.
He's been with too many sailors. While Helm is jacked
she'll
right
say,
now, this goblet.
protect us, O Emperor, from the snares of the heretic and the war spawn. In you we place all our faith, in you we find refuge, and we find our avenger. In his name, amen.
By the light of the Emperor.
Tidbit, you said you were going over the bodies, looking for loot?
Yes, I am.
Roll me an
Never stop her from Rogan.
That's what I'm doing, too.
I just can't. Investigation,
I'm gonna
right?
let you roll for the tattoos
Just
and
let
magic.
me But if anything cool is found, I think, it's...
I want to actively make all of these bodies out of their physical reach because they're shorter than me. I'm kidding.
Even following after Blitty's investigation of some of these remains, it's when you're going over the goblins, like, they don't have any sort of indication like they were being coaxed into doing this. They seem very much willing to go along with it. Like they weren't being forced or tortured to go along. You think that whatever purpose unified this group brought humans and Goliaths and goblins all together, despite them all being in breach and effectively open public enemies to the Empire.
Okay, quick question. This is going to sound weird.
Uh-oh.
This is going to be not really. Are any of them like just barely clinging to life? I know this is a lot, but anything that a cure wounds wouldn't solve.
Nah, I mean, between the goblin that got pinataed open and the one whose brain burst like a Gallagher melon, these guys are pretty well finished. But additionally, like, further inspecting their wounds, it seems as though some of the toxic sludge is likewise like infecting their wounds despite them already passing. Like some sort of a means of making sure that even the wounded wouldn't be talking.
Can Tidbit look closely at that black blood through poking it with a stick? Smelling that blood on a stick.
Poking?
Yes. I am a druid.
You get kind of...
And
it smells kind of like burning steel wool.
I'm going to do something that I'm going to kick myself in, but Tidbit's smart, curious. Maybe not so much smart. Wait, let me check on the wisdom.
You have to eat it.
No.
Are you gonna drink
I would just like to.
You drink the mysterious fluid.
I would just like to tip of my tongue.
Haven't we learned?
I would just like to tip of my tongue.
I'd just like to think that Rachel doesn't think there's going to be accident or consequences to her actions. That this might not be a joke character that she's going to have to play for a long time.
Tidbit, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Nice.
I feel it.
Well,
Must kill John Lennon. John Lennon.
Helm, I think the two of you might be the most religious among the party.
Yeah,
feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
But
what are your familiarities with possessions?
Oh, okay.
I swear, Allura has been possessed by the soul of Davy Jones, because there's no way someone of the cloth would cuss that much. No, we've been around. I've been around a couple possessions.
Because you watch as Tidbit is like scrounging over this body, like catches something on the glove of one of her hands, kind of leans in for a moment as if hypnotized by it or something, sniffs at it for a moment.
Yeah, hypnotized.
Sort of just freezes, and then she just licks it, and her whole demeanor just quivers slightly as her skin tone shifts in color from the pinkish
I'm so glad it's not just me.
hues to a much more chilled aura.
Chilled? What is chilled? Like she's laid back? Like she's
Damn
just
the
having a
darkness,
good
Laura.
time?
No,
can only
it's the
hope.
darkness of Sabras.
A
Tidbit.
chilling wind just suddenly sweeps across this field, carrying with it the scent of decay and sulfur, and some of the shadows of the nearby trees seem to stretch out like reaching arms, grasping just openly at anything nearby.
So bad.
Helm would like to get up to Tidbit and grapple Tidbit as they're tripping balls.
Buy gold. Never give up. Invest in silver. Buy Norland Neighbor.
Tidbit, roll me a constitution check.
Hey, can I not?
No. You don't get to question.
No, I
Put this
don't.
upon yourself.
I did, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Tidbit like
19.
manages to choke up some of this black vial, and upon spitting the fluid back out onto the floor with a very almost solid cake batter-like consistency, it just plops out instead of spilling.
Oh,
And
cool.
that ooze just sort of solidifies right there at her feet. And
Am I
she's relieved of this condition that she had previously. You're fine now.
Okay.
That's
Help.
enough, nature girl. I'd pick you up, throw you on my shoulder. We've got stuff to do.
No,
Stomp
no,
on the
hold on.
acre
Hold on.
And we
No.
get down to the fucking caravan.
No, hold on. We've got to collect this.
No.
Look here.
No.
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 No. Okay, look. I would. Okay.
Oh, God.
Hold on. Let's put myself down. Let's put me down 2 feet. I promise I will not lick it again.
You've already collected it, and you tainted whatever it was.
No. Of course. Damn it. No, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not gonna work
oh,
on me.
don't
I'm
you-
carrying your ass.
Oh, come on. No.
I'm saving you from yourself.
I promise. No, I promise I won't do that. Let me just look. If I could just get it to a lab, or like a university, then all of this will be worth it. Just let me collect it. I won't lick it. Scout Sana.
I'm already jumping with her over the
No.
the river. Everyone, back to
No.
the wagon. We need to get moving.
No, come on, please. Just let me do it. Oh, come on. It's in the bag. Come
Hello?
on.
I need help. This one is tasting weird shit.
It was a science
Speak some
piece.
sense into her.
No.
Hey,
Come on.
hey,
Just let me collect one little globule of it.
Hey, help.
Yeah.
She's got a point. She should collect some evidence. That was
Let's
fucking
Let's
weird.
get it from the.
That was some weird
Before we go.
fucking shit. She should collect some evidence of the weird fucking
That
shit.
one was in her mouth. I don't trust it.
Okay, then someone fit. Okay.
Here, give me
then
the vial.
someone else-
Give me the vial,
Okay,
Tidbit.
thank you.
All right,
Do
I'll
I
go.
have a
I'll
vial?
go. I will fucking go do it.
Thank
I
you.
trust the Lord. I don't trust Tidbit.
It was just a moment of weakness, and now we're all just going to
A
pile
moment
on
of
to one
weakness
person.
could kill us all, and you're not thinking properly.
Oh, you know what? At least there are no lasting effects, okay? It's not like I turned into a vampire or something.
Well, what if you did? What if
Well,
you did?
if I did, I'd accept the consequences of my actions.
I
Yeah,
will.
let's
I
not
will
have the consequences first.
collect some of the Phyrexian oil into a vial.
You're just no.
As this exchange is happening, other members of the party might take note that Mirabelle is rapidly just scribing away with her quill across some sort of a parchment, looking back and forth between Tidbit and Helm as this exchange is going on. As Ulara makes her way over towards one of these bodies to scoop up some of the ichor. You notice that the oil-like fluid seems to recoil from you the same way a shadow might from a candle wick.
Aw, damn it, he works for the church, doesn't he?
He sure does.
Oh,
You're welcome.
I shouldn't have let a church boy to do what a church man could have done.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Blitty,
Stop.
come here.
I found everything I can on all the bodies out here, right?
I believe so.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, just hop, skip, and a jump away, dear. Has anyone gone over these bodies of goblins?
Oh, sorry. I am technically over here right now. I did just realize. I wasn't looking at the map.
There you are. You were off map for me. It was a little bit. It was like.
Sorry.
This is
Hey.
so annoying.
Can you collect a sample of? She like hands you this like vial and like points at the black stuff. Can you like collect a sample of that black stuff? It won't let me get near it, which is weird.
Oh, all right, I can give it a try. Can I do like a nature survival or
What a sleight of hands check.
Sleight of hand. Ooh, that's not going to be good at all. I might not be the best person to give this a try, but
I will cast guidance on you and say,
Okay.
"You've got this. Give it your best fucking shot."
Oh, you have to choose a skill now, so you're choosing sleight of hand to help with. That's fun.
that means I get to roll twice, right? Guidance.
You get to add a D4.
Oh, okay. So it's a 13 plus a D4 is 16.
The first attempt doesn't go as you'd hoped, but by the second attempt, you kind of get a feel for where it's going to recoil from Ulara as she steps closer. And in knowing that forethought, you're able to scoop up a small vial and bottle this black ichor.
Alright, I'm tossed on.
Perfect. That's for Tidbit, not even for me. So you can just make sure that gets to her. And, thanks.
Does any way that it behaved or anything tell me anything about it? Does it seem like a substance that...
Roll me a nature check.
Sure. 17?
The ichor, the way that it sort of infected these individuals, seems very reminiscent to much more like a medicinal infection or like a virus or something like that. It seems as though they might have done it to themselves by means of some sort of a ritual or the like, but it seems as though it's not actively spreading. It's not like a zombie plague or anything like that.
Can I look over the bodies for any sort of maybe like injection point, or is it maybe, can I tell if it's tied to any one tattoo, maybe a part of the cell?
Seems to be originating around or focused around, like in its sort of black infected looking veins seem to specifically avoid one marking across all of the bodies. And it's that Star of Calamity mark.
Okay. Okay.
I'll give you 5 gold pieces if you lick it. We just need to test, the same thing to see if it happens to you.
Don't do that.
Do it. 5 gold pieces. Whenever I find 5 gold pieces.
You utterly fascinating and absolutely bonkers. I would never do that. Here you are, my dear.
Tidbit, you feel an arm on your shoulder as the farmer Silas leans in. If you're willing to offer that to anyone, 5 whole gold?
No.
I only do that to my friends, because at least I know that those that the consequences will follow me, and of course I'll have my own personal demons for the rest of my life. With strangers, not so much. I want to live with my consequences, not get off scot-free.
Well, truth be told, it seems like an awfully large sum to offer multiple months' wages for something so small a task, to taste some sort of a foul fluid.
Oh, no. It appears to kind of, suck your soul or something. You kind of leave the whole infection or the possession wanting to buy gold in toilet paper for whatever reason. But, skip that last part. How did it feel to be possessed, actually? I never really asked you. How did it feel?
Sickening? Like food poisoning, almost. It's like your whole body was aware of something that it did not want to have inside of it.
Okay, yeah. So imagine eating a hot dish that's been out in the sun too long, and that's just your entire body. Multiply that like 5. That's what it sounds. That's what it tastes like. So I'm going to have to say no. Also, gotta be honest with you, Silas. Actually wasn't going to pay him 5 gold pieces. It's probably going to be like a copper piece or something.
Do you suspect it has anything to do with that bright light across the sky?
What?
Pardon?
Well, it was several days ago now that several bright lights seemed to erupt across the sky. There was one colorful star that shot almost straight down, planting into the earth not too terribly far away from a farmhouse. Over near the outer edge of a plot of farmland, over near where we were growing the green onions. Hatham Gardeners was going to check it out, him and I think he called for his Falcon Xenius, when I was headed out to market. No doubt we could certainly investigate with him for any sort of further detail about what became of those falling lights.
Oh.
That'd be great.
Oh. No, actually, yeah, that really limits our search range here. Thank ya.
All right. Well, let's get this wagon back to your farmstead.
Right. Sorry, is your friend Blue?
Oh, he'll be fine.
Oh, everyone
He's
turns
just
blue
sad.
every once in a while. You just gotta really make him laugh a couple of times.
Right, Tolan? You'll be fine.
I think so.
Why
Blue's
did
not going away.
butterflies just come out of your mouth?
Bubbles out of his
Bubbles out of his mouth. He just naturally has butterflies.
Why did bubbles come out of your mouth?
Life finds a way.
She turns to Silas. There you have it.
Oh, I also have a question for you. Now that you mentioned her friend has turned blue, why has your mule got a long face?
That's a good one, Tibbet.
I put Tibbet down on the back of the cart.
Lily's gonna walk up to the mule and I'm just gonna quick conversation with the beast. How are you treated? Are you hungry a lot, or do you get lots of food? Is he nice? Is he insane? Is there a torture chamber wherein you are allowed to eat the bones of his enemies? These kinds of things.
Those are the important questions.
And what have you seen in the last day or so? Like,
roll me an animal handling check with advantage for the speak with animals.
Okay. That means I rolled one.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, a 14?
So as you start discussing with the mule about its life and recent events, you come to understand that it's not mistreated, that sometimes whenever stores are running low, the farmer is more than willing to share some of his surplus supplies. for his road snacks for the donkey, like some of
Aw.
his vegetables that he's not too keen on, and the mule really enjoys getting to pull the wagon around because that normally means they're going someplace different. And so he's enthused about that, but he knows the road by now, and so he knows that they're headed home. But what was different this time is whenever the wagon took a tumble into the mud, we got stuck there, and then things started flying all around. These shafts of wood just started appearing all up and down the wagon, and people started screaming and growing, and colors started changing. Smoke turned into people. It was terrifying.
I'm gonna, say soothing things. The kind of things you would say to a mule. Your hay and your barn are just a few steps away, and we'll get you there.
But one of the things that he's still a little bit shaken about, but the mule does seem to confirm with Farmer Silas's story about the lights in the sky several nights ago, enough that you guys are able to gather that he's probably talking about whenever the moon shattered and some of those comets were just falling into orbit elsewhere in the Empire.
I do think with Speak with Animals, beasts can only remember events from the past day.
Well,
maybe this is significant.
This was
enough.
a traumatizing event for this mule to see the sky on fire.
I'll take it. Awesome. All right. To everyone else, it just sounds like a litany of words in Latin, just sort of like a gibberish.
Mirabelle's going to turn to Draven, who's the closest. Did something impact your friend's head? Should we be concerned about some sort of concussive damage? I can't make out a word of what she's saying. It doesn't sound like Elvish, Halfling, Dwarvish, Common, or any of the languages that I'm familiar with.
Speak with Animals is listed as Druidic, but...
That's cool.
Yeah.
Unless you speak with animals. You don't know how to speak with animals. Oh, he's RBRing.
I'll poke my head and say, I'm quite alright. I'm just having a little conversation with our friend here to make sure he's all happy and well fed and taking us to a safe place and, reassuring him he's had quite a fright.
For sure, no doubt. I'm sure goblins can be most terrifying the first time that you encounter them. But nevertheless, I think you all prevailed quite efficiently, if I do say so. Not that I'm any sort of a strategist myself, but it does seem like you guys were quite effective at working together as a team. And you should know that your efforts will be taken into consideration for my notes.
As
Grenier's making her way back to the group, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt anyone.
This is also good.
This is also good.
Would
I know, I'm like, would I be able to
like
double check the Goliath and stuff on my way down? I know everyone kind of checked everything, but would there be any documentation or anything that anyone maybe potentially missed, other than the star that they all seem to carry?
Let me go back.
Sorry. Everyone was role playing, and I was like, I don't want to interrupt to talk.
The only real description I had of the Goliaths, I realized, was in a little blurb of text that I had in, assuming they were going to get the ambush off, but they definitely didn't.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, what about
Damn you, adventurers!
Were these my people?
I know, right? We kind of did just sort of fuck them up, and they could have a whole camp full of people coming to get our asses.
Like, most of their faces were obscured by hoods. Some of the Goliaths' hoods were doing little to hide their muscular appearances. There were no abaci or beads of any color apparent on their dressage.
Heretics.
Definitely appeared
They deserve to die.
Heretics to the Empire. And they seem very keen on ending your lives. But yeah, these do look to be some of the rebel groups that you might have heard whispers about throughout the Empire. Some of the gatherings, this seems to be a larger group of people working together in opposition to the Empire to openly strike a caravan in the employ of one of the notaries of the empire itself is also like a huge no-no, because it'd be like attacking one of the cardinal popes. Like, hey, that's not cool. Everybody thinks that guy's great.
Yeah, everybody thought the Pope was great.
I mean, not the Pope, but Mirabelle.
cool.
Everybody thinks Mirabelle's great.
I mean, Mirabelle is pretty great.
So if these guys wanted Mirabelle dead, obviously not great.
There's a
guys.
Okay.
Okay, cool beans. Yep, thanks. I just sneak back to the group. I'm a small little naked thing.
So as the wagon continues down the road, now accompanied by a new entourage of protectors, who is the first one that you approach back in the caravan?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess Seneca. She's the closest to the direction, so I just would have come straight down and, you know, it'd be Seneca. She's just right there. But I'm definitely going to keep a much sharper eye out as we're progressing along the path. I might even opt to scout ahead. If no one's opposed to that, I'm going to do that.
Are you
God.
sure it's wise to be traveling by yourself? Knowing that there are dangerous thugs out and about.
It depends on if they can see me or not. I won't be too far ahead, just enough to give you guys a heads up.
I'm very confident in her abilities. She'll be fine.
If I recall correctly, I don't think it was her eyes that spotted the wild shapes.
I mean, not getting caught. She may not see anything, but she won't get
I'm
caught.
more concerned about her being seen. Hiding mechanics work differently in this edition.
Helm will just get Gren's attention, and on Helm's belt, he's got a metal can, and he grabs it and he shakes it, and just makes eye contact with Gren when they go off.
I'll be careful. But speaking of, how does stealth work differently? Hold on, where do I find?
Perceiving people have to actually look for you. There's like
now
passive
stealth
perception.
checks, as long as you roll a 15 or above on your stealth check, you're considered hidden.
Okay, so should I roll a stealth check?
Because I
do want to I don't want to be too far, like honestly, like maybe 50 feet ahead. Like I don't want to get too
That's
far
fair.
ahead of the group. But just like, you know, kind of seeing if I can do a little bit of a scout to, at the very least, give a little bit of a heads up if something's ahead of us or something in the road. Because, you know, it takes a second for the whole caravan to stop and make sure that Silas and oh god, her name, Maribel is safe. Make sure that they can at least get like behind the wagon if something's coming. I mean, giving like a minute head start.
It's keeping like within earshot of the wagon, but far enough ahead to warn of any dangers and stop them from continuing on. All right.
I want to run like, you know, leagues and, you know, way ahead of everyone.
Yeah, she's not Agrimar.
He was fine though.
I mean, it might be great if you were a little bit taller to see a little further over that horizon.
Bushes are
especially in
taller than I remember.
this rougher terrain. Like, hills seem to be a much more present issue here.
This is fair. These hills are rolling.
Damn, you forgot your tall shoes.
As such, it's as you're coming over the top of one of these such bends that it took you a little bit until you were a little bit closer than everyone else to see the same sight. But as everybody rounds this next bend, you see the once vibrant village of Willow Creek now looks to stand abandoned. Clear signs of a struggle look to be everywhere. The buildings, once filled with laughter and life, are now accented by broken windows staring out like empty eyes. Overturned furniture lay scattered throughout the village square, and the air is thick with the stench of decay. The ground is littered with broken weapons and discarded armor, evidence of a fierce battle that had taken place.
Were we informed of any kind of battle? Like, is this shocking, or did we expect to come up on something like
This
this?
is news to you.
Okay, Granular, she's gonna kind of take a step back, kind of look back, and like it's not really a warning, but like kind of see if everyone else is taking in the same side, I guess. Since they're all taller than me and can see everything anyways.
Yeah.
Let me help.
I mean, maybe you just got a little bit caught up in a game of rock soccer. Just for a minute, but it happened to be the minute that things were in sight.
I would like to roll a perception check as we come into town to look around and kind of maybe see if people were like, because okay. Question the first: are there dead bodies around? Second question: if there are not, are there drag marks around, like showing which direction things got taken or people got taken or something like that?
It looks... There's no signs of any corpses anywhere, but here and there are the spatterings of like stains of what looked to have been black ichor across some of the walls, pooled up across some of the spots in the square, and every here and there nearby some of those pools look to be kind of explosive looking bursts, like char marks, kind of similar to what was happening with the cultists that you guys were fighting whenever they were demising. They would just like explode, and much of whatever was left of them was just gone, except here there's nothing left of whatever they were.
Looks like more of that cult. The goblins didn't explode.
Not again.
Well, from the footprints from the outside, like whether people fled or an army moved in.
Roll me a survival check. Kind of doing a once over of the roadway that you guys are coming up. It looks like the last footprints about in this area look to have made their way eastward. So in the direction you guys are approaching from.
Is there a well anywhere?
Kind of in the middle of town, there looks to be a stone circle in the middle with a wooden harness at the top, but the rope is plunged somewhere within its depths.
Can Tidbit, if it's possible, bring up that bucket and look at the water?
Sure. Tidbit starts cranking on this device, and the pulley system begins to engage. As this squeaking of the pulley system just starts to echo throughout the town, what's everybody else do?
How long did it take us to get to this location, Ryan?
A couple of hours later.
Okay. I'm going to do whatever I can if there's a guard post or tall building. I'm going to try to get some vantage point to see if we can see if there's people moving and how long ago this happened. I want to get some height.
Rachel, is the what?
Oh, how's the farmer taking in all this scenery?
He is devastated by this.
Oh,
like,
so
the
this
closer
isn't...
you guys get, the more heartbroken he is, to the more he's just like openly weeping as you guys are starting to poke through things.
Oh, so
like,
this is a surprise.
Like petting some of the walls, holding his cap in his hand, and just like he's devastated. He's hugging his mule that doesn't seem to understand why he's so upset.
But this is a surprise to him. Like this isn't.
Ulara will turn to him and say, I'm sorry to have to do this to you, Silas, but you're going to have to show us where that rock landed.
Oh, never mind.
Apologies. I wouldn't, if I'd have known things would get this bad, I wouldn't have left them. I wouldn't have left everyone behind. Maybe I could have made it different.
Look at me. It's not your fault. How the hell would you have known that this could have happened? Okay? It's not your fault.
It should just be on the far end of the town. Just no more than a couple miles out. We should be able to see it from the tree line.
Alright. We should take a short rest and then we should go.
Grignor and Helm, go ahead and roll me perception checks. Or Helm, you rolled me a 21.
Yeah, I got a 21.
22.
Nice. Grand.
The two of you climb upwards and get to the second story of the tavern. And once up there, you gaze out through one of the windows, and you can see in the direction that Ulara starts gathering everybody and pointing off and walking towards, kind of just beyond that close horizon is this purple, almost... It looks
Is it just
weird.
like a glow on the horizon?
It's the best metaphor you can make for it is it looks like something carved a path through the sky and now looks to lie in that direction in a pit. It looks to glow, but the color's almost impossible to describe. And it's only by an analogy that you would call it color at all. This sort of purplish, pinkish calling.
It's a feeling. It's a feeling of purple. Do you get that?
Yeah, I'd say purplish huey color.
Like
umber.
the air itself was carved, right? Like the heat of fire and the blue of the sky commingled, and like that is bizarre.
You don't see that every day, you know. But
When we're
what do you-
looking
what do
off
you-
at this,
you think
so
it
we
means?
see this carving. Do we see any kind of movement, any heat, like on the horizon, like a mirage-y type feel, or is it just this feeling of purple?
Just this feeling of purple. Like,
Okay.
if what everyone's telling you is true, this probably crashed here several days ago. So it's not still like molten hot, like it just landed fresh. Like it's been here for a while, and it is still vibrantly glowing this color.
Ren, I don't really approve of this, but if there's something nasty out there, I need you to find us antidotes for poisons. See if you can find an apothecary in town.
I mean, yeah, I can look around.
I mean, if this is something from outer space, we might not be able to handle it.
I mean, if it was that shit that Tidbit licked, I mean, it looks like you don't really have much of a chance as soon as you touch it.
You might want to get yourself a holy symbol.
You know, I mean, I think I get my own, kinda.
Tell you what, it hopped, skipped, and jumped out of her real quick when I came up next to her. Anyway, get what you can, and I think we're going to meet back with everyone else, and we should probably rest up before we get into this next part of the journey.
We should take a short rest.
Take a short rest. I'm slightly exhausted.
Like I preached
that the entire last campaign. It never worked.
Well, good thing is, most characters get stuff back on a short rest now. I get a channel divinity back as a paladin on a short rest. So let's rest, guys.
I get my spell
Let's try.
slots back.
Hey!
I get
I
my
get-
extra attacks back.
I get health.
I get
Okay.
health now.
Let's short rest, guys.
Oh, wait, you have
Does-
a prophecy?
Does anything come up from the well?
It takes a little while, and before you pull the bucket up and it comes into sight, Tidbit, roll me a perception check, or a nature check.
Okay. Really need to invest in nature. 18.
18 is fantastic. Looking into the bucket, it doesn't smell particularly off. It looks normal. It doesn't have any sort of odd feeling about it. You think that it might just be ordinary water. And you spend so long just staring at this bucket of water that you pulled up onto the side of the well that the rocking ripples on the inside of the bucket just start to still, and you catch that peaceful reflection of the night sky up above, and the stars are just starting to make their presence known in the sky.
Oh, that's nice. Can Tidbit take an empty vial, which I have, and scoop up some of that well water?
Sure. Add a vial of Willow Creek well water to your inventory.
Awesome, along with the black mysterious
Start
goo that
taking-
she has, right?
Geological samples.
She's a druid. I suspect that's what druids do.
They're collecting samples.
Collecting samples, yes. Now, do I want to do this?
Dude.
I kind of wanna drink some of that well water. Can she take
Do you do it?
And in the water.
Can she take another vial of well water? 2 well waters.
2 well water.
I can't see
While
that.
she's doing that, I am actively looking for an apothecary. You know, just in casey.
Sure, what's the worst that could happen, right?
Yeah,
Locate a Beezor.
someone keeps drinking and licking strange objects.
You know what? Didn't Cask do that the first day of Strixhaven and got ate by a fucking mimic or something?
I was not
Something
there.
like that.
Yeah, it was Black Ichor too. It was right before we went to the swamp. It infected something and fucking Cask did the same damn thing.
Sounds about right.
I've got an iron stomach. Let me taste that. Oh god, I'm dying.
Oh, that's right. Cask did it because nobody liked the idea of Luvenia doing it for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, she was gonna die, I think, if she had done it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cask almost died that fight too.
I did.
I don't remember.
I think Cask just got healed by that point.
I did. It's my job to do dumb shit, Rachel. Not you.
So,
I'm usually very
look
careful.
like as the party sets up for a short rest here in town.
Probably pick a good building, maybe find a good little place to.
It's holding up in the apothecary shop.
Maybe that sounds like a good idea.
First floor of the
Maybe in
tavern's
the
empty.
tavern.
As you guys
Tavern.
tavern.
Yeah, or
Helm is
Are-
sitting at the bar and he's got his helm off and it's sitting next to a couple of glasses. If anybody
This
wants
is the
anything,
way.
I can pour you. Something tall and strong.
do the
Robin's keeping watch.
Is the farmer still with us? I don't
Yes.
know if I want to tell him.
Farmer Silas can be with you guys. He could be out taking care of the mule. Like, you could wait for the time that he goes to feed the mule.
You'd think he'd go home, right? If all this had
Well,
happened.
he
Is his home
told
there?
you guys. He's offering to take you guys to his home. Like,
Oh.
go along.
I'll grab a couple of bottles when we leave the tavern and go over to Silas's house.
What's the town's name again?
Willow Creek.
Okay. Thank you.
Whenever we get sort of... Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just whenever we get sort of settled, like, I'm imagining he's gonna put us in the barn or somewhere so we can, like, kind of sleep together as a party, I'm hoping. But mostly, whenever he's gone, I don't want to alarm him, but I want to share with everybody the fact that the symbols around the cultist's neck were the symbols of the Star of Calamity. And it's a prophecy about the demise of the Empire. And I'll just drop it here so everybody has it, so that there are no secrets, Ryan. And so
God,
the prophecy says that as the sun of the Empire begins its descent, the heavens will weep stone, the earth shall tremble, and the sky shall rend. A celestial messenger, a harbinger of twilight and shadow, shall bring forth a new age. Before the new dawn, the Empire's flame shall flicker and fade. I'm
I
not
think that
sure.
prophecy is full of bullshit.
I feel as though we've seen some of the things that's already been described. I think we might be going to find this celestial messenger, and I think perhaps this could be why the Empire wants it so badly, and why the cultists are rallying around it, because they believe the prophecy and they believe that this could be that celestial being who brings the fall of the Empire.
Did you make a custom item, Rachel?
Yes.
It just says,
I
smells
love it.
not like teen,
Like Teen
spirit, but well water.
Oh, that's so
Question
good.
mark.
Amazing.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
So,
I do
can't
agree.
describe how it tastes yet? Have you drank it?
Are we in a safe place? I want to, but I want to make sure that we're in a safe place. And
Don't worry. I can cure a poison.
Can I take?
As long as you're supervised. Don't do it without anybody knowing.
No. Is everyone around? Are we in a semicircle? Are we? We're in a safe place.
Next to you, and I have cure wounds ready to go.
All right. Well, tidbits explain this, and maybe the black ichor got into the well water. Might as well test it, because what if nature and all that jazz and the water cycle and what as she takes
hold
it.
on, you don't have to drink it. If it's in the well water, if I get near it, it'll move away from me, just like the black ichor did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay.
We
Well.
go shoulder to shoulder with tidbits, so that way it can't go into her.
Okay. Well, that seems a bit rude. I've already made my hypothesis. Okay. Does anything happen?
Do you get
Are you
salmon
also drinking it?
Yeah, I'm going to try to drink it.
God
Okay.
damn
Wait,
it.
shit. Wait, no. I mean,
As you
no.
near your lips, and the fluid inside of it starts to flow towards you, just as what new campaign? What is everyone's names? Oh gosh! Just as Ulara is stepping towards you, you feel like something odd makes that fluid move towards you ever slightly faster. As it splashes up upon your face and spills out over the sides of the beaker, you find yourself covered in this fluid that looks like ordinary water. Ah!
Okay, well, there we go. It wasn't the well water. Strike that down.
At least we know we have safe water to drink.
Yeah, we had. We
Is
now
it
have
safe water?
I don't know. There's another vial. Do you
Is
want to
it
try the
brackish?
well water?
Is it?
Do you want to
Does
try
it minerally taste? Is it?
I don't know. Do you
Fortified
want-
with vitamins?
Do you want to try it?
Ah,
I
fuck
have
it.
a second one.
We're
yeah.
here.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Shots.
I'll take a shot of that water. It's not gonna hurt me.
Takes a shot. What happens to him?
It
Dysentery.
drinks water. What normally happens when you drink water?
He's got a
I'm gonna
three.
act
He's allergic.
hydrophobic just to fuck with people.
Are you hydrated?
Hydrate before you dihydrate.
I don't want to work tomorrow.
As-
Can we keep playing D&D?
The doors burst open and Silas comes inside in a bit of a huff and says, everybody, I think you should probably take a look at this.
Oh, what is it going to be?
Since Drobin was keeping watch, does he know what it is?
Oh, he was taking a
Robin,
watch.
you have already drawn your attention upwards. It's been lingering across this new celestial body that is the broken moon, and it is kind of spectacular in itself to take in. Now that everything is kind of settled into place, it's not raining down on you immediately, but in looking upwards, you were the first to spot, and you called down to Silas and told him to warn the others. But looking up past the moon, the stars start to blink out, one after another.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
That's not good, guys.
You know, I think that's because y'all didn't let me try round 2 with that blood.
Oh, to turn into an avatar of darkness? Is that what you
Yeah.
Y'all didn't let me cook, so that's why this happened.
This is what happens when it's a bit too raw.
The stars are going out.
Stars are going out.
This was a fun session.
A lot of fun.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you guys.
This is.
I know.
Yeah. I'm enjoying these people.
I now know how I'm going to play Tidbit. Great.
For at least one more session until all the stars go out.
Well, not everybody.
Nice.
I gotta put Charles to bed, so I'm out of here too. Good night.
Wait, what are we doing next week?
Oh, I will not.
think this again.
I'm down to do this again.
I won't be here next week.
Yay.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no!
So we're not doing this next week.
Want to do Among Us next week?
That's always fun.
Is that one?
I haven't fucked around with it yet, so I don't know. That's the weird one.
I
Oh,
won't
the one
be
with
able to
the-
make next week either.
Oof.
So it's a perfect week for Among
It's a
Us.
Video
Plan B
games
session
it
for
is.
sure.
Your games and shenanigans.
Hey, and
If
I don't
enough
have
of
work
us can't
next
make
day.
it fair day.
What?
Maybe.
The fair is in town in Arizona, so I'm like, if enough of us can't make it, Ellie, maybe just fair day, and yeah. If I kidnap you all, yes.
Stay there.
You
Stay
will.
fair, stay fair, stay fair.
Potentially.
All right. Well, I gotta go get some pepperoni.